Adventure Squadcast.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
Welcome to the Adventure Squadcast.
Hey,
You know what it is.
That was better.
All right. Wait.
Hold on.
Okay. Go ahead.
Episode 10.
There we go.
We're here with you.
How do you
episode 10.
do it, Zach?
How do you do it?
You'll find out.
You'll find
Oh
out.
You
my
heard it
goodness.
here
Let's
first,
get it.
folks.
Second
You heard
question.
it.
What's it like?
That is true.
It's all right.
It's all right.
All right.
Okay, I never really
Okay.
thought
I
about
felt
it like
better.
that.
On a scale,
I've always wondered who taught you.
I just learned.
Okay.
he just learned.
Damn.
You heard it. The man taught himself.
Self-taught.
I'm trying to
Self-taught.
see what
He
that
did it
be
himself.
like.
He knows how to do it.
Tell them what you do.
Well, I do it sometimes.
But what is
But
it?
I'm liking what I'm hearing, dog.
we'll get there.
Show me.
All right.
Let's we got to warm up first.
Okay.
We gotta
So let's warm up.
to it.
I got something. I was
got?
wondering if you could explain to me what this is.
We'll see. If we're getting into that kind of borders on some things I probably shouldn't talk about.
What
Some people might assume by my skin color and my
Can you
overall appearance that I might not.
He might be Mexican.
So what you're trying
I
to
might
say
not
is
be
what you're trying to say is your past doesn't define you.
right.
Okay.
He was
uh,
once
what
Mexican.
What about this?
That's
Yeah, that's a.
how did you get that picture? Those were supposed to be
God
scrubbed.
damn it, you guys weren't supposed to bring that up.
Thought I shredded them, didn't you?
That raises a couple terroristic threats.
all I got.
That's all. That's all I got.
Those were from my
I was hoping he could stumble onto the Pardue Lane house pics.
Running naked.
yeah. Oh yeah. I've got those. I've got those.
See,
You'll have to send them to us.
I'm trying to get y'all straight.
Those will be right here.
A lot of mischief. A lot of mischief. So, how was everybody's week? Everybody have a good
Busy.
week? Busy? Mine
Oh,
was
yeah.
busy too. Mine
Zach
super
was busier.
Zach's
Go ahead,
is.
Zach was, yeah.
he's-
Let us know.
yeah. One would think. One would think Zach's always on the go, if you will.
Sometimes I'm
Where do you
going.
go?
Sometimes I'm not.
Sometimes he's
yeah.
going. Sometimes he is
I,
going.
words of the wise, right there.
Words of the wise. Words of the wise.
Are you ever not?
You're making this really hard, dude.
What? You want to go get questioned?
I'm about to say you are the first one that we've
Yeah.
actually had
Fucking
questions.
Inquisition.
what's
Roasting.
What the fuck do
Yeah.
the Templars have to do with this?
You saw the pictures.
Yo, I think I'm about to download Valhalla today whenever I get home. The Assassin's Creed or whatever I heard is pretty good.
I've
Oh,
heard
yeah,
mixed
okay.
reviews on it.
Check
I've
it
heard
out.
good things, and then I've also heard that it's like the worst one of the newer lines.
See,
It's tight, son. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say you have it, don't you?
Yep.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Do you beat it?
No,
Then it ain't good.
It takes.
I haven't beaten
That's right here.
any of them.
I'm about to say I don't feel like Wade has played through a single whole game other than
It's been
way
years.
back in the day. Probably, damn, what's it called? It's got the dude in it
Rainbow
with the
Six?
green. No, he's got
Link, Zelda?
yeah, Zelda. I feel like
Link
he beat
Dude,
all the
with
Zeldas.
green.
The dude.
I thought he was talking about GTA.
Hey.
Kind of green, man.
Yeah, the dude with the green. That man, he got a lot of cash.
Something
No, I
I was
don't play
hoping for
much.
with you being a guest is you having some memories of shit that we used to do that was funny that we may have forgotten about. Anything
So
stick
what
out?
I'm hearing is you're no longer funny.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
you think for
he-
some
he-
reason
He needs some help.
I still
Yeah, I
got
need to get back to
something
my
there.
roots.
He doesn't drink
No,
it all.
I need to light the
He's
fire.
trying to see he's trying to go back to level 1 and see learn the basics. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So with you,
you gotta have a strong foundation.
the fundamentals.
The mentals of fun.
Well, that's hard to touch on, man. I mean, I don't know if anything's really changed. You haven't made me laugh yet, but I'm sure you will.
He said it. He said it
Got to
here.
work.
We're
Y'all-
talking about classic memories.
Classic.
I feel like this is why you invited me.
You don't have any
Oh
memories.
no, we
That's-
invited you mainly for aliens. And
Yeah. So the
Yeah,
first
that's what I
episode, I
wondered.
started talking about aliens existing on the Earth and there being this fucking thing on Mars, and then that's when it sparked the. We know who to go to for that.
Oh,
Zach
yeah.
is the
We
one.
got a
We gotta have him
professional.
on here.
I
For
did
that.
hear that part. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I don't believe it though. Okay, so they say that there's a space base already on Mars. Okay, there might be. I guess there's things in this world that we don't know about that are here.
Tell 'em,
But
Zach.
anyways, they say that it's like 2 to 3 miles under the crust of Mars.
Oh,
Is it all lies?
Mars is a pizza.
I heard there was
man?
water found on the moon recently, or something like that.
A
or-
water
On the
fountain on the
moon.
moon.
I can address each claim. Now, here for anybody watching, I'm not an expert.
I'm gonna take
So,
notes.
Don't let
All
them
this is,
He just
my
knows a
basic
lot
memory.
of them.
He has not.
So,
He has 7 out of 10
because of
stars.
research and
As,
what.
as far as water on the moon goes, that's kind of a touchy claim because we've known for decades that there is ice on the moon.
Yeah,
So
So
liquid
then that's
water,
yeah, that's
maybe?
water.
yeah.
yeah,
What is ice?
I'm not
Frozen
sure about
water,
that,
right?
but
Oh,
either
okay,
way,
frozen
it's
water.
not.
Oh, I thought.
Okay, I'm following.
Go ahead.
You got
Alright,
it?
so
For the listeners.
Yes.
the Mars thing, the most interesting thing about that comes to my mind is the remote viewing project, which is a government-ran project that was ran through SRI, the Stanford Research Institute. I think it started in the 60s. They would bring in these soldiers and have people train them how to remote view. Remote viewing is where you clear your mind and
Oh,
you're
it's like
given
psychic shit where you can
Yeah,
like
yeah.
see stuff in the next room and you've never seen it.
Yeah, and what they've discovered through this is I could write down coordinates, not tell you anything about them, and then properly quiet your mind. You'd be able to get flashes of
Like that area.
yeah,
And
yeah, right.
That's
And they
nuts.
found out you can. This is CIA program.
Yeah.
Documents are online. You can pull up and look at.
So Link,
There's no limit to
Oh.
distance, so whatever's in the next room is just as visible as whatever's across the planet.
Yeah.
They had Joseph McMoneagle, who is the top remote viewer out of that group, remote view these coordinates that turned out to be on Mars. And not only on Mars, but several million years ago. And he saw beings there,
beans.
beings.
Oh, beans.
So you
Yeah.
can grow food
Sorry,
there?
sorry. I got to turn my mic up. or
I-
something,
no
but that's
telling.
it.
It's just, it's an interesting claim. Now, that's where there's a whole minefield of frauds, basically, trying to say
Field of minds.
the government's been there. They were super soldiers that worked for our government that were trained on Mars, this,
Yeah.
that, or the other. But as far as like substantial, provable stuff, there's not a whole lot.
All of this shit that's been released by the FBI and stuff recently, is it all like heavily redacted or is it
Yes.
like open
Oh
shit?
yeah.
So in theory, we are the aliens. No, I'm
Well,
just
I
playing.
yeah. I would say, I mean, we're not aliens to us, but we're aliens to anything else that
Yeah.
might exist.
Ants,
by default, I mean,
frogs,
by
snakes,
definition.
Yeah, y'all are.
bears. They look at us, they think alien. That's what it
Bears,
is.
rhinos.
Bears, rhinos. Yo, tell me why it got 20 degrees hotter today than it has
It
been
really has
any
been
other
miserable.
day.
I
Yeah.
mean,
86. It was 90 yesterday.
It was
so,
91 earlier. I walked
it
outside.
felt- hotter today for sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
So we're gonna talk about what weather is,
Break it down.
climate. All right.
Okay.
Break it
Okay.
down.
No, I ain't.
Talking about harp?
Yeah.
About to get into
No.
harp?
No, I don't. I play guitar.
Your hair, your hair is like some of it's floating up because of the yak and static electricity. It's fucking
No,
clouds.
No
my
worries.
energy levels are rising.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
that's-
met with the aliens earlier. It's
to
a little
soup up.
leftover, aura.
He's at a high vibration right now.
Yeah.
So
Now,
I'm gonna
where
hit y'all.
is Planet Vegeta?
That's good. So
Hold on, let me let somebody in.
Oh, good dear God. Put him in the cage.
Got our first audience for this
The
one.
baby boy. Appreciate you bringing me my backpack.
Appreciate you bringing my back.
Packle, packle. So, what was you going to say? Zach? Go ahead.
What's you
Break it
gonna
down
say?
to us.
So I got to
Could you
tell
collaborate on that?
Could you? Who you collaborating with? Which? How many are there?
So I know y'all think y'all brought me on to talk about aliens.
But really, you brought
really?
us on to talk about aliens.
Oh, fuck. Why have you brought
this
us here?
This is the long con. This is the payoff. I don't know if it is aliens, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that out there. because UFO does not equate to extraterrestrial.
Yeah. It could just
Doesn't
be
equate to
technology that
either.
we're not aware of that someone else has.
So a lot of evidence that points to whatever is in these things might be from planet Earth also.
Hmm.
Good old ultra-terrestrial theory or the crypto-terrestrial theory.
So
Shout
what,
out Doge.
what do
shout
you think
out
the chances
Sega.
are?
To the moon.
What do you think the chances are that this technology and shit that's so far ahead of us that like some of our people don't know what it is Nazis?
Very little. I mean, I don't believe
What about all the ones that cut out though, and then fucking came over here and was being
Yeah.
scientists and shit and working with shit like NASA and stuff? Like
And where-
it just seems like
Yeah,
if there
well, that-
was an option, like that could be like
But
up there.
have you ever asked an alien?
How's your mother?
Nope.
I could usually see him playing in one of these. He stuck that one up on.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Do they not have moms?
Are we?
No, but
We're diving into that
the
one.
No,
Nazis
just-
were able to make a ray gun. Why are you gonna say they
is
don't
true.
have flying saucers?
Did they really make a ray gun?
All right,
Yeah,
so
have you not
if
played
you
Call
don't
of
think
Duty?
it's Nazis,
that's-
let me ask you.
Well, that gets us into a whole other thing.
Undergun.
Then you have to.
Hmm.
Then
Go-
we just got to figure out what you mean by Nazis, because by
Well, I guess I would say
stretch of
ex-Nazis.
logic, NASA for the last 40 or 50 years was mostly made up of
Nazis,
Nazis.
yeah.
Yeah, Operation Paperclip, 100 and something.
Yeah.
Nazi scientists brought over
And given new identities and
Yeah.
shit. Also, a lot of them went to fucking Africa and shit.
South America.
yeah.
A lot
South
of
America.
Argentina.
Quick sidebar. You know how cool it would be to be given like a new identity, just a new life. Here you go.
after you murdered a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah.
It would be
Yeah,
kinda
that's
tight.
that's cool,
Yeah.
Sean. Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
Holocaust here, little Holocaust there.
Little
So it
murder.
never hurt nobody.
How much
except
a
for couple
Holocaust?
million.
Just a little murder, a little treachery.
About a couple million. 3.4.
How much
Don't,
did it
it
cost?
don't cost anything because it didn't happen.
God.
No, I'm kidding.
We going there?
Whoa. What are we talking about?
Break that down for us, Dustin.
So you believe that the Holocaust happened?
Oh man.
Tell him. Break it down to him.
Open that can of worms for us.
So you
I can't
believe
touch that? No.
that the Jews shouldn't have been put in buildings, burned, tested, killed?
Juice?
Yeah, the
They do
Jews.
this to juice?
Well, you got to ask the reflex or something?
Gotta be
They,
easy dropping them
I mean,
hard
sorry.
J's, man.
Let me
They
read-
want to make sure it's safe for us to eat. I mean,
Yeah.
drink,
Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody got to try
You,
it.
you gotta
Yeah.
wonder what went into the testing and that of therefore of the
Here too.
juices. Oh, I see that pen.
I ain't never seen.
No, not that
put it
pen.
like that.
That pen, dog. Is there anything in that pen?
Oh yeah, that pen don't really work.
Foolish
You
boy.
can write with that one.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna write with this one.
Write some songs.
Okay,
Quit.
okay.
Okay.
You got some questions for us, Zach?
All right, Zach. Episode 10. That means we've done this for 10 weeks.
That means that we've recorded at least 12 hours of footage.
We got lots of hours.
2.5 months.
We've been seen by thousands of people. What do y'all think? What do you think?
That is true. Right now we got 2 eyes on us.
Yeah, we got somebody behind the camera staring us down, just in case y'all didn't know.
We got useless Jamie.
I'm
Okay, he's not messing with no computer. Or
about to say you
anything.
can't pull anything up. Pull it up, Jamie. Well, there's nothing there.
If you're gonna laugh, laugh real loud.
Yeah. You're gonna be like our laugh track.
Yeah, I don't have
about
to
it.
press the button. You're just in the background.
Chris will be our funny gauge. He'll let us know who actually said something funny.
What'd you do last summer, Zach?
God damn.
Did you go to any cool
Start at the
places?
beginning.
No, I didn't do anything, man.
Walk
This
us through your typical month.
This is gonna be a hard podcast if you want to talk about my life.
What did you do between 7 and 8 a.m.?
Did on the 29th
I
of
slept.
July.
Then what about 8 to 9?
Slept.
9 to 10?
I woke up.
Today, when you woke up, how,
Damn.
well, today,
9 to 10,
when you
damn.
woke up, how many breaths did you take before you took a sip of water?
Always 36.
36
36? Okay.
in.
that makes
Hold on,
You heard it here, folks.
36 outs and 36 ins, or 36
Ends only.
and then you know.
Well, when you square 36, Then you start getting to
Then you really only got 18.
That's how that works.
Song got maths.
Let's get serious.
All right.
Break it down.
Ugh.
No more smiles.
Richard just sent a nasty picture of his thumb. We're gonna put that in there. I'm gonna go ahead.
Of his gum.
Oh,
looks
that's
like
not
it's
his.
his dick.
That's not a
Fucked up
thumb.
thumb.
Dude.
No, you want to see that?
That's
That's
penis.
his
He's
dick.
showing
Let me
us
see.
a
He
picture
said
of
he
Richard's
has
penis
skinned
right
his
now.
thumb on his
Holy
razor
shit.
sharp penis while he was jacking off.
Holy shit. That was like painful.
You want to see
Been
it?
there.
You can see it's in the group.
I've seen it. You just showed it to me.
What, his dick? Yeah, me too.
I've seen his dick 10, 12, 100 times.
Mm-hmm. So, Zach, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do that we don't know about?
Do you have an Oculus?
No, I don't. No.
Do you plan to
Have an
invest?
Oculus?
We all and
Maybe.
everyone in this room that has
It's
an
for
Oculus,
real
raise your
pretty
hand.
nuts.
I'm pretty
Ooh.
content where I'm at video game
What
wise.
you playing?
You haven't even
Monster
tried
Hunter
an
Rise.
Damn.
Oh, is
that's-
that a new one? Or is it a DLC?
No, it's the new one for Switch.
oh.
Oh, okay.
Play
okay,
it.
okay. I'm switching.
Why don't you switch to an Oculus, my boy?
Shutting up.
What you shutting up?
Do you still fuck with shooters?
Do you still shoot them shooters? I almost said a bad word. Almost said a bad word.
I'm glad you
Oh,
didn't.
Do you though?
I mean, sometimes.
Rogue Company
shooting?
is it's a crossplay game.
Oh,
It's pretty badass.
It's
And
third
it's
person.
actually
I've never tried
crossplay from Switch as well, so
Yeah.
you can play with us on that.
If you like gay games, you play a little bit
Sh-
rogue.
Gay
Sean,
games?
Sean
Yeah.
literally the only
It's a
reason he
little
does it, I guess, because he gets shit on
It's third person.
every
I
single
hate-
time.
I can't
Yeah, I'm
fuck
not a
with
fan
it's
of
so
third
good.
person.
I wasn't either until that one. I really like
I
it.
mean,
Though. They did a good job with
I'm
it.
not gonna say I don't like it. I don't prefer the game just because of the third person.
'Cause he's
If
terrible.
If you could go in, if they had a switch like third person, first person, it'd make me 50% more
then it
likely
wouldn't
to
be a
play the
third
game.
person game though. You didn't
Be
think about
second
that.
It would be a third/first person game. You're right.
Second person.
So what about the new Halo that's coming? Have you ever think about that?
It does look
I
sick.
don't
It's supposed to
know
have.
about it.
It's supposed to
I
have a
don't either.
VR.
I know you're
Halo
lying, dog. You read the
Infinite.
book.
Well, I've read like 6 or 7 books, yeah, but not that much.
Total?
Total?
I've read a couple books.
How's the mangy on it?
The mangy?
No, I'm
Yeah, the peep
The
joke.
main guy?
yeah,
Yeah.
What was the
that's
girth
him.
of said book?
Damn.
Getting right to it, ain't you?
Don't answer that, dog.
Don't
You
answer
don't have
that.
to answer
You
that.
ain't gotta do that.
You ain't gotta tell us how
This is
thick
supposed to
that
be a
book was.
professional podcast. I'm sorry
Yeah,
you had to deal
excuse
with
me.
that.
Yeah, I won't ask how big your books are anymore.
Big enough.
Big enough. Anybody out there with an enduro? Hit my boy up. He
I know
needs
this
one.
son of a bitch.
He's
man.
crying
I thought
right
I had
now.
it.
Yeah.
Thought I had it sealed up.
Dustin thought he offered a dude $100 more.
Yeah, I seen the message
Yeah,
earlier. He was talking about, y'all everybody messaged this guy, offered more. Then I was like, that's probably gonna make
No, I
him
didn't say
raise the
offering
price.
more. I wanted everyone to message him saying they were interested, so it would increase my chances of being one of these people instead. Like, cause I'm sure there's other motherfuckers who are messaging him too.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was trying to buy an
Motorcycle,
enduro
dog.
motorcycle, and this
Oh,
dude
okay.
had one for a fucking deal, and he wasn't replying to me for a long time, and so I had all them feign interest as well.
Yeah.
But someone else ended up beating
So
me
let's
to it.
take this moment to badmouth that person for
Yep.
not selling it to you.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get a first name.
You know what I'm
John.
saying?
Jeff, you son of a bitch.
Jeff.
Word to your mother.
I've always wanted to say this. Fuck you, Jeff.
Fuck you, Jeff.
You're a real fucking piece of work.
What
Is
the fuck,
anybody
Jeff?
surprised? I mean,
I'm not.
No, coming
No,
from a Jeff.
I ain't never trusted a
Everybody
Jeff.
knows that anyone named Jeff is gay. Gay, gay, gay.
I don't care how tall you are, how red your hair
That's
is,
what I
how
was just
blonde your
thinking.
hair is. Anybody
we're
named
borderline bad mouthing our boy here, so we should.
Who?
Oh man.
Jeff.
Jeff. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know it, Jeff.
Shout out David Vasquez.
Who is
Is
that?
he alive?
I think I seen him in my recommended friends like
Oh,
somewhat
okay.
recently.
Who that
He
is?
looks exactly how you would expect him to look now.
Yeah.
AKA
Guy
the
we-
same.
I don't
From
need
back
you
in
to
the
tell
day.
me. I get it.
Oh, okay. I don't know said person.
Wow.
You know what I
He's
think
a
about
character, dog.
sometimes, man?
What is it?
I don't remember who all was there. I know Wade was. The moment we thought we were gonna die in the tunnels.
In the tunnels.
Under
Were you there?
Hoptown.
Are you
The by
talking about
Taco Bell?
down there
No,
with the
no,
stepping
no.
stones where you go into that and we went
Yeah.
really deep and it was like it changed from like the shit it was to like
Uh-huh.
bricks, and we were like crawling through to
Old
other.
school brick.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. shit.
We got real far in there. Probably walked for 30 minutes, maybe a
Damn.
little bit further, and now the whole way it's
At
just
least a
fucking
mile or two
treacherous,
in.
man.
And it's just a
it's
tunnel
deep.
getting
And
smaller
it gets tighter and
smaller.
tighter and
What the
tighter.
fuck?
It's trenches with big ass rocks. Like there's water going in the middle, and then it's like, let's say here's the ground. It's it's bad. It's
Mhm.
like it's a old ankle breaker there.
Oh yeah,
And
No ankle.
we thought we
Mechanical
heard
injury
a
waiting to happen.
fucking wave of water rushing at us.
Something
Oh,
Just getting
yeah, that is-
closer and
that is-
closer.
yeah.
A deep rumbling that you could feel in there, like kind of vibrate the air and just
Mhm.
feel it
Fuck that.
resonate.
Yeah,
Turn
it was-
around.
And
it was
we-
tripping.
We didn't discuss it because it all happened so fast. But in my mind, I was imagining a giant wave of water rushing towards us.
Me
Mhm.
too.
Now that's kind of like some Hollywood bullshit there,
Yeah.
but like that's what it sounded
That's
like.
probably
It
what I
felt
was
like.
thinking.
That's what
So,
the vibes were.
We all look at each other. We're like, what the fuck is that? Like we're freaking out, high adrenaline moment, and then we gotta get out of here. So we all start running down this
But you
Crouch
can't, even,
running.
you can't even
breaking
stand up.
fucking-
Yeah, like-
No, wow, dude, that moment is probably the most clear-headed and like it was like an out of body
Yeah, I know
experience.
what you
I've
mean.
never experienced
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else like
The
it.
There's a
whole
lot
way
of
back,
clarity
we're
in
like
the situation.
slowly,
You know what you need to
carefully
do.
walking, just so you don't break your ankles. But on the way back, we're just running through all that.
Because you're running like in this form.
Like,
Yeah.
I think about that a lot.
Did
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
like stay to see if anything came
No,
out?
then we come
Oh,
out the
God,
hole.
yeah.
We come out of the hole, frightened, and we look at the end of the road. It was a horse and buggy.
coming down the road, making it sound like it was some shit.
Yeah, and we were underneath the road.
That's crazy.
That shit was sick. We the furthest we went, there was it changes to red brick or whatever, and then there was probably like a square like this big for you to go through, and there was a whole other room on the other side where it opened up. But I wasn't trying to bar that shit. I didn't want to. It felt claustrophobic even thinking about crawling through that.
Yeah.
We need to go back down a little. Do you kayak? Do you kayak? If so,
I
you should go
would.
check this
Will.
out with us this summer. There's a cave. I don't remember if it was you or if it was you, but down Little River, we went kayaking down Little River one day, and there's this cave that just had water running out of it. So we decided we was
I've
gonna
been up in
walk
there.
up.
AJ
And
was with you,
it
I
just
think.
goes so far back in there. I want to take some swimming gear or just some swimming trunks, and like there's a part where you can't like walk. You have to get down in the water to go further in the cave.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that.
it sounds pretty
I'm
tight.
trying to check
That
that
shit
out.
gonna be cold.
It's gonna be fun. Though.
I'll do it though.
I do it on a 100-degree day. Be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Put my feet in
Temperature of the water under the ground is gonna stay the same.
Yeah,
no
it
matter
is.
what.
I know that, but it's gonna feel nice coming out that bitch either way.
Yeah.
You're not
It'll
gonna
be
be
coming
cold
out.
the whole time.
I think I'd
Tell
prefer
us
an
now.
80-degree day.
What if we got a dry suit?
Hmm.
And
But I
then
thought you was trying to swim now.
we got
Yeah.
it wet.
So what you should have asked me is, do you spelunk?
You splunk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Have you ever got a blumpkin?
Have
Bring
you-
it down.
Spelunk?
I've got a
No way.
Damn, I'm trying to see what that would be like. You know?
So you do spelunk.
Well, first you have to find out if you really kayak.
She said she was gonna splunk me from the back. I ain't never had that.
If a girl says she's about to splunk me, I would not know what to.
How are you responding to
No,
that,
what-
Zach?
What if she had a
That
snorkel
that
when
would be
she said
kind
it?
of gay because you're supposed to be the splunk.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
that's
supposed to do
right.
the splunking?
Yeah,
You're not
see,
supposed to get
she-
splunked.
He didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, write that down with that pen I gave you.
That's right. Let me get that pen again. I need to write something down.
Psych!
So let me ask you this, Dustin.
You can't afford the ink in that
Butter
pen.
hands.
Have you ever been checked out by another man?
Absolutely. I actually had a
A straight man. Let me clarify that. Straight man.
Oh, I don't know about
When
that.
I'm checking out at the grocery store, I usually ask their sexual preference.
Yeah, you have to. I mean,
How-
I was just curious.
I've never
You
done
gotta know if you're in the presence of a straight man.
I had a group of straight men
straight.
checking me out from behind.
Oh shit! They thought you was a girl.
Oh,
It was
okay.
it was a long hair
Jeez.
question. I
Actually-
felt like you might have related.
I did have I can't remember exactly who it was or anything, but I did have someone like just randomly out in public one day, like I could see them react thinking that I was
Oh,
a
yeah.
girl as I turned around and seen that I wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. That
They
happen.
said,
So-
Were the guys that were
Yeah.
checking you out? Were they like saying like catcalling you?
Yeah. Well, they
Oh,
weren't
shit.
catcalling, but I was,
They were
behind
cackling?
work, and there's a group of our guys inside, and
Right.
they, they were looking at me, and they were, oh, dude, come check this. Look what we got here. A
Look at
couple of them in the
this.
window, and then I turned around, and they saw.
Oh, it's a
That's
man.
So clown.
They were
man.
fully
My-
erect.
Was any of them
Probably.
still like, yo, you still got a nice ass though?
No, but they were thinking.
Would you have rolled with it if they
They
did?
should have been honest.
Well, I mean, that's not
What were you wearing?
really professional.
Was your G-string hanging out?
Always.
Was you
You
wearing?
You talking about his chain?
His whale tail.
you talking about his chain?
That's what I call my ponytail. My G-string.
Hey.
In what grade did
Let
you
it
realize? In what grade did you realize?
Hmm.
I realized
Tell me,
much
please.
earlier than the people that were around me.
He was always much more realized than his peers.
Realize?
See, realize, dog.
Write that down.
So I thought you were going a different direction with that, and what popped in my head was I thought you were about to ask something on the lines of, "In what grade were you when you realized there is no God?"
You know,
What?
well,
I
what
was
grade?
actually in kindergarten. And,
No, I was hoping you'd be like. I don't know what I was hoping for, honestly.
yeah,
If you'd have hit me with what
hope, man.
Wade hit me with, it would have been a whole clip.
Wait, didn't you have a question?
I
Or
realized.
is-
Realized.
All right, dog. We got some friends. They're going. They say it's not there, but the tension's there. We see it. You know, we got this friend. He got that beard, right? Big beard. You know him. I'm not gonna say his name.
You know who we're talking
We
about.
got
He
another
likes some
friend.
bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
crystal clear. Crystal clear.
We got another friend. A little more smooth faced. All right, that's all. I'm
What does
saying.
he like to do?
Yeah, he likes to eat concoctions
Got-
of various liquids and
Yeah,
foods.
like-
He might take a shot
sauces.
I
of
think I got you.
sriracha, and he might take a shot of some liquor.
He might take a shot of
Sriracha
liquor and
liquor.
mayonnaise at the same
Sriracha
time.
liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
I think
okay.
I
All
think I
right,
got
so
you.
these two guys, they got
Yeah.
something in common. Well, kind of. One of them is dating a girl that is the other one's ex. So I was wanting to know if you had any
Hypothetically.
advice.
Am I picking this up right?
if you had any advice
How would you
for
deal with
someone, like if you were in that
it?
situation.
How would you feel?
Well, if I was in that
a friend of yours
situation.
possibly dating an ex of yours or something, what would you?
Well,
how would that make you? How
It's-
does that
it-
make you feel?
It's a highly individualized experience.
I don't know if you got to get in their mindset, but
yeah.
No, I don't really want to.
Probably-
I don't want to live in that hell.
Probably a hard
No,
thing to
bro.
picture.
I don't know, man. It just depends. I mean, nothing like that bothers me nowadays. If-
Oh, so you've experienced similar situations.
yeah, a couple times.
Oh,
No more than two.
No more or less than
no
two
more.
times.
damn, bro, I didn't mean to bring up nothing like
Yeah,
that.
hash nothing out.
What?
We'll dig up the
This
past.
is news to me.
Oh, man.
I told y'all we should have.
If you can overcome it once, you can overcome it twice. That's all I'm saying.
You got to. You hear that?
Ooh-wee.
You hear that, our friend?
You
out
heard
there?
it. Yeah. Our,
With the clean face.
he said it. You can overcome it. You can
My
overcome
man
it.
shaved outside of this shed before he came inside.
Who he did for real?
Looks like it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about the sriracha
Yeah.
and
my
the
boy.
whiskey.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
said
that
he
one.
shaved right before he came in the shed. I don't know why you thought that.
Because we was talking about a bald face and a hairy face just right before, 2 seconds.
Next.
Minutes before. I like that.
Didn't
Didn't
you
you have a question
Yeah.
for Sean?
Let's all set our mics
I'm
up
in the
like
studio.
It's like, did I?
This is what they do.
Who's they?
Damn,
that.
that's
But
not
is my
bad.
voice
They,
still?
I started.
Who's
And they do it.
Look at all this room I got now.
Yeah. We got so much room for activities.
Have you ever thought?
What's it look like on the screen? We look like idiots.
You do.
Check 1, 2.
Look like we're in the rafters.
looks like I'm about to-
You
know.
How do I sound? Damn.
Second Richard might as well be kissing right now.
Kissing right
Told you
now.
not to put that shit near your mouth.
That is true. I don't know if I like it. I'm going back.
I can't do it.
It's a neck breaker.
Well, his backpacks are to carry our
There's our
stories.
jokes
dog.
and stories. You know what I'm saying? They get a little heavy.
You know what I'm saying? This is a joke right here. This is a story. This is another joke.
Yeah.
This is that joke I just told. And this little joke went wee wee we?
Zach, how do you feel about being the Duncan Trussell of our crew? That is sick. Duncan
What
Trussell's
is
so
a
fucking
Duncan
cool, dude.
Trussell?
He's for real cool as
It's like
fuck
a
to me.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Did you check out
But
Except
trains
for
go
a
on
Brussels
it.
sprout.
what's it called?
Dunkin' Sprouts.
His Netflix thing.
No, I haven't watched
Midnight
that.
something or something
But
like that.
it's actually
It's-
funny you mentioned him. I took a screenshot of one of his quotes.
It's actually super fucking sick, and it's literally just a bunch of crazy animations and him like going into VR as a character, and like he goes to these different worlds and he interviews them, like these people in like a world that might be collapsing or fucking like everybody's dying or just all kinds of different realities, but they're actually having like a cool conversation. It's like super interesting and shit the whole time, and there's just all kinds of like wild shit happening animation wise.
I've seen.
Midnight Gospel. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. He had a sweet. My buddy Jay from Project Unity, which is
Shout out Project
Jay,
Unity.
because that's my
Shout
fucking
out
boy,
Jay.
dude. He's guided me in some interesting subjects the last couple of years. I love
Yeah.
him to death.
I thought
I wish I could meet him.
How
in real
soft
life.
are his lips?
Pretty. I mean,
How soft is his
across
dick?
The whole ocean and whatnot.
What do you
Okay.
taste like?
The quote he
The
had
salt
posted
water?
was pretty good. It was here's a rough,
Yeah.
estimation of the quote. It was somewhere in the world, some poor sap is sitting next to a waterfall in the middle of a jungle without a phone in hand, unaware of how angry and upset they should
He's
be or
supposed
something
to
like
be.
that.
I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're
and
talking
I was like,
about.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. Good shit, man.
That is a sick
So,
quote.
it's
for
funny
real,
that
though.
you mentioned his name today because I just took a screenshot of that. Earlier.
He's literally one of my he's like if I had to make a list of most interesting people to me, he's one of them.
And
I'd
I'm at
use
the top of that list.
someone I consider close to him. Russell Brand, man.
Oh, yeah,
I
Russell
use
Brand.
his stuff at work. A
He
lot
is
of the
super
times,
cool.
but,
I've seen a couple pods with him, like pod episodes and shit, and he's always like super chill, down to earth, really fucking like relaxed, peaceful. You can tell he thinks about what the fuck he's about to say and shit. I always like that.
he's a recovery guru, so I
What-
get to pull out his shit at work.
What do you think
But,
about Elon Musk's interview?
Well, I think that Richard could never, ever in his life accomplish
I
the
also-
same things that Elon Musk.
Not that I
Just,
think Richard's an idiot or anything
No,
by any
no,
means.
but
It's
yeah.
just like it blows my mind how he thinks that like he would be at the same spot Elon Musk was. Like that he like
You wouldn't be in the same spot. Everything would have to happen exactly as it
Bingo,
did for
yeah.
him.
well, yeah, exactly. But even so, like there's just a
that's-
huge median for difference based
Yeah.
on like
You might still run a spaceship company. It's not going to be the same. You might not. It might
No.
not be this exact
and even
same.
if everything was the same
But-
except for their personalities and shit, like Elon Musk is a highly intelligent person, and he's
Right.
he
Absolutely.
he processes shit and thinks about shit differently than your fucking typical casual
Right.
fucking person. And that like I feel like Richard thought I was trying to imply he was stupid when I was trying to imply that Elon Musk is just very fucking smart.
No, it's just I think it's just a failure to realize that like none of us would be here in this room right now if every little thing probably hadn't happened
Yeah.
exactly the way it did in our lives, and that's
Exactly.
what makes
Richard-
somebody where they are in life.
Richard looks at a sandwich. He thinks, "I'm gonna eat this whole thing at once." Elon Musk looks at a sandwich. He thinks, "I'm
He's
gonna
like,
eat
"I
this
only need
in
half of this."
portions so I can make it last throughout the whole day."
That's a very
That was deep.
rudimentary way to break it down, but yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Elon Musk says, "Ugh, I'm not eating this."
Yeah, it might be that too.
it's
Yeah.
peasant food.
Yeah.
Who made this?
Empty carbs? Empty carbs?
This was made by humans.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see that pen real quick. I gotta write something down.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take a break, write some shit,
Sometimes.
draw a little pic.
What'd you write down?
Information.
Oh,
Hey,
I, Dustin,
don't let him see.
therefore am the best
Being of sound
second
mind.
away to pod.
So dude.
so dude.
Yo, when you blew that shit earlier, it came around here, and I thought this was smoking. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no, the balls.
It
are
finally
It's
happened.
finally
It's
happening.
And then I also melted, and I was like, oh,
It's that cinnamon roll, man.
cinnamon roll.
Oh, it smells like somebody's in the kitchen, huh?
Do you like cinnamon rolls?
Cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon
That's
rolls.
what you said, right? What did you say? Cinnamon.
Y'all like
Zimmerman?
cinnamon rolls?
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman rolls.
Zimmerman.
if I were to say weather permits, I'm be up in the trees later on today, where would you think I lived?
Yeah. Guess that.
You didn't even toss an accent on that.
Okay.
though. Are we going straight in? Weather permits, I'll be in the
Weather per-
trees.
yeah, weather permits.
Guess a state. Guess a state for that.
Weather permits. I'll be up in the trees later.
All weather permits, I'll be in the trees.
Guess the state?
Yeah, guess the state.
we were on-
Anything north, east. I mean, but like really north. You know, like that's.
Guess a specific one. We just want to see if you get it.
I don't like
What did it do?
Connecticut. I
We
don't
were
know.
close to a
Close.
big lake of water. That's all I'm gonna say. Biggest lake in
A
the
couple
world.
of them.
That's all I'm gonna say.
This lake feels more important than the other lakes around
Yeah.
it.
This lake might look like an ocean. It's
I mean-
not an ocean though.
It's a better than good.
All right, it's not.
They're great.
Yeah, that's what I knew what you were getting at.
This
Kinda
state
eerie,
might
I mean.
start with Michelin tires.
It's
Well, let's-
Michigan.
It's not lake inferior, if that's what you're
Gotcha.
We're talking about Lake. The Michigan. It's Michigan. Michigan's the state.
Right. Right.
The Lake
Lake
of Michigan.
Michigan.
I forgot what it's
Michigan, the
called.
state. What lake?
What's
I
it-
ain't never heard of that.
It's the Great Lakes. What's they called? What are
Lake
they called?
Superior
The
is
Great
one of them.
Lakes.
What's they
Lake
called?
Erie.
Lake Huron.
Huron.
That's it.
Lake Michigan. Lake Superior.
Lake of Water.
Couple more bodies of water. There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Shout out Bodies of Water.
For real. Shout out water.
Yeah. I do fucks with
We ain't done
Zach,
shout outs
what
in a
would you like to
while.
shout out?
Yeah.
Quick, you got 10 seconds. Look at the camera and say shout out to whoever you want.
Shout out to Dustin, Sean, and Wade.
My boy.
Shout out to us.
Shout out to Tom DeLong.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Shout out
Touche.
to.
Two Stars
That's
Academy.
what I thought you were about to do right there for real.
Nah, my shout out for real's got to go to Jay from Project Unity.
Hell yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Who is it that made the sex tape with Pam Anderson?
Tommy.
That is
Tommy
way
Tommy
off.
Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Jones, yeah.
Shout out.
No.
Because your last name
I
is
was for
Jones.
real. Could not think of
Is
the
that
last
it?
name. Bones kept coming to me, and I knew it was wrong.
Well, here,
I was
I-
saying Tommy Bones. How
I
sick
feel like
is
we're
that?
giving
by
the
the way?
wrong name.
Shout out to
Tommy Lee.
Genesis East and all the people who have been through it, because I know some are gonna watch this.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
sick.
Shout out.
How
Some
about
of me
shout out to
boys.
GNC?
Shout
Comment
out,
below
shout
if you're
out.
watching.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
It's always better to improve yourself.
Shout
So,
out below if you've also
Also
noticed my hairline getting further and further back every day.
Hey, shout
Yeah,
out
we
if I'm
noticed.
right there with
How
you.
could they not?
How could they not? Yeah.
So you having a hairline competition with Sean and a hair length competition with
Yeah,
Dustin.
we're gonna have to have you back.
Yeah, we can't talk about our competition on the podcast. That'd be
Hey.
inappropriate.
Next time we have you back, we're gonna have to compare y'all's links and then compare our links. as
We
well.
could
talking about
well,
hair.
Well, we would have to compare right now to get the base level for the next one.
So
Otherwise,
we're going
we would
from
ju-
the base to the tip.
Yeah.
I don't-
Okay.
multiplied by the. What is it?
Yo,
What-
I remember what he's
You know
talking
what
the
I'm
South
talking-
Park shit.
It's fucking
To get
base
you multiply the
divided-
circumference by the base.
base multiplied by the tip.
This is basically episode
Something
one
about the
already.
y'all divided by the y'all.
Yo, I was playing that VR chat earlier, and these kids were running around. You didn't pay your taxes. We're taking tips. We're taking tips.
What is? I haven't downloaded that or got on it yet. Is it just a world you walk
I haven't
around
done
in?
the chat. But
It's like you just go in different rooms. Like they got a McDonald's, they got a bunch of bars, and they got just like all kinds of outside places, and you can just
That's
go
crazy.
there, and there's just other people there. And
Oh.
you might be able to pick up like bottles and cans and shit. And
have you ever
roll
seen the
at
videos
people.
of people in like bars clowning and shit? And they're like breaking bottles over people's heads and shit.
No.
The movement of
No.
the avatars is what kills me in the videos
This
because they'll be
guy's
all
like-
like wiggly and shit.
Yeah, this kid said, "Welcome to my restaurant." He brought me cake and a macaroni and cheese, and I threw it. And he said, "Hey, don't do that." I was like, "Oh, my bad, my bad." And he brought it back on. I threw it again, and I kept on. He's like, "Get out of here! Get out of my store!"
Tell them about the guy that you gave this shit to.
Oh, I gave. I was playing at this McDonald's, and I was just typing on the screen, and they got burgers and ice cream cones and shit, and I'm just handing shit out like I work there. And some dude, they got like little debit cards laying on the counters too, and I give this guy a double cheeseburger. He asked for it, and he takes it, and he's like, "Thanks, I'm not paying for this," and he leaves. It actually mattered. Thank you. I'm not paying for this.
I'm
And
not
he ran. He ran out the door.
That's funny.
Should have chased him down, dude.
Hell no.
It's really so sick.
I don't get paid enough.
I don't get paid. They don't pay me nothing.
I was playing this Echo VR shit, and in the like pre-game lobby where you're just fucking off around other people, you can like grab a hold of people, and you're just like flying through space. I just kept grabbing everybody and fucking them. Just like, and then, like you can hear everybody else talking and shit. It's like everybody was laughing about it. We were all
Damn,
fucking
I was
laughing.
right. If it was a different world, Dustin would rape people.
He would. He would.
would.
We've known that for a long
You
time.
did say that.
We
He
know
just
that,
said it on
we
camera.
know that that's false.
He just said it on camera. The world.
The real
knows.
question is, can any of y'all's rigs run Half-Life Alex? Because that's the
I-
What is
oh
it?
God, dude.
My shit can connect to Steam, or well,
you could
all of our
probably
shit
download
can
it.
connect to Steam.
It's a really
It's its own store on the
advanced,
Oculus
like-
shit. Like it's its own like platform, like place to buy from. But you can connect it to Steam if you have a PC.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we can get Steam. It's Steam.
Have you played? Have you heard of Phasmophobia? I haven't played it yet, but I've heard good. You like Ghost Hunt, and you can play it on
Oh,
PC,
yeah,
but
I've-
you can
I've-
do the VR shit
yep,
too, and it
yep.
actually seems
I've
like kind of
seen it.
nuts. It's
I wouldn't. I know. One of my favorite channels, Video Game Donkey. It's fucking hilarious.
I don't think I've
He's
seen it.
put one up of it. I mean, it looked like it could be fun. If
It
we
seems
were
like
with
it'd
a
be
good
fun
group
if it was all of us.
but-
Like we'd be in there
Sure.
clowning, and then like
Yeah.
you know it's gonna be good for at least a few jump scares.
Well, I mean,
What's-
we'll just go to somewhere that's fucking creepy and do it.
Yeah, just come.
I've
In my backyard
actually
at
been
night.
meaning to suggest that very recently that I would like to go ghost hunting. I would like to do that.
I
That'd
don't
be
even
sick.
really see it as ghost hunting.
Yeah,
I
but,
just
you know,
think
you
that
know,
like
when
maybe
I-
with the right intention and in the right location, some sort of
Sweet pistol
phenomenon
shit.
can present itself.
Yeah.
Deal.
I mean,
I'm trying to be.
I
a
know
part
I've
of
told
it.
you about CE5 before, but I know that shit's real 100% because
We need the ghost
I had
blood.
15 clients outside one time at Genesis with a
Yeah.
couple,
I think I remember you
coworkers,
telling me about this again.
and they asked me about it because we got to talking about UFOs and stuff, and I was like, there's this form of meditation called CE5 that you basically project outwards, inviting, welcoming intention, positive thoughts, kind of welcome anything out there to appear. Well, there's a group of us doing that. We were only out there for maybe 10 minutes, and 3 dots appeared in the sky right ahead. They didn't come from it. They just, boom, out of nowhere, and they started kind of zigzagging off different directions, all 3 of them.
Hmm.
So
Sounds
I
fucking
guarantee if we go out and do something,
It
that
was
we
the
could
fairies.
manifest something.
Could we capture it on film for the show?
I have a few on film. I mean,
Hmm.
from my own collection. Yeah.
We could start
I
a
mean,
show.
seen a
I'm sure
couple.
we could.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah.
We might toss a couple of those up right here. Post.
Well, while those are playing, let me ask you.
Oh, I
What
just
do you
got an
think
idea.
the biggest shit you've ever
if
like?
there's
How
if
big
there-
is
if
the
there
biggest
are,
shit
if
you've
there are
ever taken?
pictures or videos of shit that you can send in,
Yeah, we can put
we
it
can
in
pull,
a
we can
bunch,
pull
yeah.
all of that shit up. Like
I was
Yeah.
thinking you put that
Basically, you
UFO
should-
sticker up there.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you
that's not a
also
bad
if you
idea.
have a picture of the
Yeah,
That's
shit,
sick.
you could
I
also
think he put them
send
over
that.
here.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the honors?
It's over there.
See, I got this
I
one.
left the one out.
Because
the
this needs
UFO
to be
one?
shown,
boom right here.
Where's
Here you go,
where's the
baby boy.
camera at? There.
Yeah.
Well, I just happened to wear this shirt today.
No,
if
and
that
you
was
know
just-
how the universe
I
works.
was literally talking to Wade.
synchronicities.
So, in case you haven't noticed, we add a sticker to the table every episode. And I was talking to Wade before
done
Zach got
gave it
here.
up.
The fucking Zach likes Joy Division. I said we're gonna let him put that
Mm.
sticker on because that just makes sense. And boom, this motherfucker walks in with the very same shirt on that the sticker is.
It's almost like y'all sucked each other's off later.
No, we ain't in a while.
Well, yeah, it's been.
That's why I said later.
we sucked
Almost
each other
like
off
sucked
later.
each other off.
Quantum entanglement at play.
Holy
How did
shit.
you know?
You
know,
that's some
it-
quantum shit.
Quantum entanglement is real. Once you've sucked somebody, you always are and will be.
That's a
In
clip.
the process of sucking somebody.
Right.
Think
Yeah.
about it.
Your penis is entangled with his.
Penis
And in
entanglement.
peril.
Penis entanglement.
Penis in peril.
So, yeah.
I thought you said
Here
payroll.
you go, Zach.
On payroll.
If you didn't hear me though, what do you think the biggest poop you've ever taken? How big do you think the biggest poop you've ever taken is?
I heard you. I just wasn't gonna
Oh,
answer that.
it's
Is
gotta
that,
be.
is that an open question?
We
I
gotta
wouldn't
say-
wanna put
this
y'all-
episode.
That's an open
I'm
question
just
for the
kidding.
table.
I've
I'm gonna-
taken some
I'm gonna
big
speak
boys.
for them.
What'd you say?
I used to send pictures to them of good ones. I've taken some
Yeah.
big ones.
Dustin's asshole is probably the size of a Subway sandwich.
Damn.
After some of them shits, it might have been.
Like
at it.
vertically, you
Bite
talking about
down.
shirt?
Bite down. There it is. First sticker put on, not by me.
I wonder if there would be. Oh, I've definitely put on some baby
Damn.
Bowie.
Second to
Should
third
we toss
sticker.
one of these onto the fucking roadcaster? And if so, which one?
Is there a small one? What will fit?
But all the Pokemons.
I'm thinking maybe
No.
this one.
No.
What do y'all think about this?
I can fake vape too.
Actually, this one would be too cool for the table, though.
Definitely take
Hmm.
one. I thought you were gonna
Oh,
hold it in. I was gonna
shit.
make it.
You vape for
See
real.
Oh,
Have a tube
fuck.
of Smarties.
Let me see.
in my
What
hand.
flavor?
What?
It is cinnamon roll. Here, I got you.
What is?
Hold on, let me
Puffy,
put my shirt
puffy.
taste on it.
Well, I mean, it's a little, still a bit more sanitary.
Is this the button right here?
It's like where your finger is.
This one or this one?
That ejects the pod. Don't press that one.
Oh my god.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Emergency eject.
You press that, it just
it
straight
tastes
up
pretty
your
good,
throat.
but the meth that's in there kind of makes it taste funny.
Yeah, bro. Watch
Okay.
out. For
I
that.
finally figured out which one it was. Now I can actually hit it.
Look at all this
Yeah,
smoke
it's
in
so
here.
good.
Look at all this smoke in here.
It's like
We
I'm
ain't
holding it
smoking
up.
no crack.
No, you don't get it. Where'd Dustin go?
What
Where did
flavor is it?
Go.
Cinnamon roll. Orange
Cinnamon-
flavor.
Good.
cinnamon roll.
It's actually crazy good.
No, it's cinnamon roll.
Wow, it smells delicious.
Put some of that in here.
Don't blow your nasty
running low.
ass stank breath.
No.
on my face.
Yo, nasty.
No, I'm joking, Zach. I don't drink vape juice anymore.
Yeah, that's only Richard that does
I mean,
that.
it was pretty bad when you were.
Shit.
Whose is this?
We wasn't gonna bring that up
Pooping it up.
for
Damn.
real though. I was fucking with it over here a while ago, but it was already on the table.
That belonged
Who
to.
uses a screen protector?
woman.
That's what I said.
That's
it was definitely a woman.
gross.
And
It's actually glass.
her name was Megan, and she was over
That's
here. And
you know what? That makes sense.
No, it's probably not the Megan you're thinking.
Oh,
of. It was a
okay.
different
Yeah,
Megan.
only women have screen
And
protectors.
she
on
said,
their-
she's like, oh,
Wouldn't
it's,
want to ruin
it's
the
cracked.
phone
It's cracked.
quality.
I said, take that shit off. It won't be cracked no more.
Yeah, I got a camera.
Was it
protector.
cracked?
Oh yeah, y'all
Nope.
check that out. That's,
Damn, we need one of
That
those.
is tight.
We need
Shout
a
out
big
to Carrie
version of
for
That's a
that.
psilocybin
you
right
know,
there.
for the sticker.
This is a philosophical.
Y'all check
How you
this
say it?
fucking story out. So
It is a good story. Story
gonna-
time.
y'all are gonna
Wait,
like this.
Hold on.
this
Story
trip.
time.
Hold on, guys. I got a
Go.
story I'm gonna tell.
Go, Zach.
Are you ready?
Sean, hold on, Sean. He's about to tell a story.
Yo.
Out.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Wait. Go ahead,
What?
Zach.
Y'all ready?
Hold on.
Can y'all hold on? All right.
All right, we're ready.
All right.
all right, all right. Go ahead.
So there's this spot in the bathroom
Mhm.
that's like it looks like it was. I don't know how the fuck it's getting wet, but it's wet, right? And I wiped it down the other day and almost had this like mold looking shit on it.
Yeah.
So it's got to be coming from like under the building. Well, I get home last night and I go in the bathroom and there's just a fucking mushroom growing out of the bathroom floor. Dude.
No fucking
I
way.
swear.
But did you
That's
eat it? No
crazy.
way.
I ain't never heard no shit like that.
But it's
If you're
just-
gonna show us, you gotta send it to me.
Bro,
I
I seen a
figured you
picture
guys
on
would.
Facebook
Look
one
at this
time.
motherfucker.
Yo, no way. That boy chubby.
Whoa, dude. that
Yo,
looks
that's
sick.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, send that to me.
I
I'll put
got
that boy
you.
right
I'd
here.
have
Yeah,
kept
that's
that.
badass.
It's gotta be
Yeah,
on
I'd
the
have kept
screen.
it.
It's fucking crazy, man. And it's clean in there. That's like it's not like an
It's-
environment that
I
should
thought
be
you were a fun
Maybe
guy.
maybe the mushroom is clean.
That's usually my favorite joke.
I saw this picture fucking come through my Facebook one time, and it was of a cum towel that had like
Oh
never
yeah,
been.
that's
And like
yep,
it was like
that
a
was on
huge
Reddit.
fucking mushroom, like growing up super high. Like that motherfucker was like 4 foot high. Like a mushroom just grew out of the
Half
towel.
human mushroom.
That's
Oh
that's
my
like
God.
actually a legendary story on Reddit.
It just
Like,
grows
That
That
shit's
up
shit's
crazy.
eyeball.
I bet
You seen
the
the
old
pony?
buddy being duct taped to the ceiling and playing fucking at a LAN party.
I've
That's one
seen
of those
that
too,
many
ain't it?
times, yeah.
Have you seen the pony cum jar that got like the guy set it on his heater on accident
Yeah,
and it like
dude.
melted?
He's like, oh, I
pony?
accidentally ruined the other started a new one.
Here's the pony with the other one for example.
It is.
He's got
It's
another
so
cum jar.
funny, but at the same time, it's like so weird. The first person who did that shit, because like they weren't doing it for that joke, like the joke to do it like that. You know, they created the joke and took some weirdness
Would you do it?
for
Well,
the
yeah,
joke.
would you?
Yeah, that'd be funny as fuck.
He probably already
That's
has some kind
disgusting.
of joke of his own going on. It's
Jar.
disgusting.
Yeah, Sean's cars.
Good thing I just bought 2 new ones.
Exactly.
Ain't
Give me
no
2
more.
new jars.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, check your oil.
What if what if Richard's loogie corner would have been, instead of a loogie corner, nut corner?
That would have been extra weird.
Yeah.
Yo, so I was
Extra
trying to sign
weird.
into my Oculus last night, and you have to use your Facebook. But Pierce somehow used mine, even though he knows none of my passwords and shit. So my shit is like perma-linked to his shit. And I was trying to create a new fucking email and like make a new Facebook, and I kept making my name Justin Jarker. And it was so fucking funny. But every single fucking time, even though I made emails from scratch and fucking went in to make a new Facebook and shit, I would be done filling out everything and click create new account. It would fucking sign me into my fucking Facebook every single time. I did it with two different brand new emails until like two different creating of Facebook accounts, and it fucking signed me into my current Facebook doing it. It's fucking nuts.
reading them
I
retinas,
can't even
dog.
wrap my
Facebook.
mind around how
Zuckerberg.
that fucking happened. I know, it's
scanning them eyes.
fucking nuts, dude.
They're trying to keep you from being a Casey Johnson that has 25 different
Yeah.
profiles and can
He does.
get banned on one and go to, allegedly, but he can get banned on one and go to one of the 15,000
I
other
don't
ones.
understand how my fucking 9-year-old son, who has no knowledge of my passwords and shit, and I don't even understand how he knows that email, could use my
I feel
shit
like
on something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Could
all
it-
he had to do was have knowledge of my email or phone
It
number.
might have been on like
Just your phone
autocomplete.
number.
No,
I
it's a
think.
Google account type.
But it
thing.
was
Yeah.
no, it was on. No, you do it like he did it
Oh,
on
on
his.
Oculus.
Actually, I don't know. He could have done it like through the Oculus app on mom's phone.
That's what I was thinking,
maybe.
yeah.
Honestly, when I turned my Oculus on, I didn't have to sign into Facebook. It pulled my account up already, and I just had to click continue, and that was it.
What's it? Yeah. But every time I do that, it goes to my Facebook. That it's like there's another account tied to this, and it'll be like put in your password, and I put in
Buying
every password that I do, every variation of them, and none of them work.
On the Oculus?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
What about on the Oculus?
that's a conversation for another. No,
I know it's crazy. It was so frustrating. I was sitting
Yeah,
there
call,
not-
Try tech support. Yeah.
we can't fucking help you. No, just kidding.
But yeah, that's nuts. It's just wild to me.
Yeah, that's crazy how he just,
He
took
stole
your
my
shit
account
over.
from me.
I didn't know you had to turn it all the way off to charge it. So last
I
night,
don't.
well, I plugged it
I
up
just
all
have
night
naturally
long,
every time.
and then it didn't charge. And then this morning I woke up and turned it off.
I can play mine while it's charging.
Wow.
I need to.
So-
I didn't know you could do that. I need to get how because
Plug the bitch in.
I guess I
Put it
do.
on your
I guess I've
face.
never tried to turn it on while doing it because I
Maybe I
put
just
it
never
up and
plugged
it
in all
just
the way
shows
or
it
something.
charging or whatever.
Yeah, you might not have.
But
it
I always
plugged in
turn
all the
mine
way,
off first too. Though.
because it definitely charges while it's on.
That's sick. I'm about to order a longer cable, anyways, just for like
Oh, no.
convenience with the PC and shit.
Yeah, I get a 10-footer.
Let me get
10-footer.
Whip it out.
Where'd you get it at?
But I don't. It's connected to my phone adapter, so I need to get one that's Type C to Type C to connect to the actual adapter. You
So
know what I'm
you
saying?
lied then.
No, I can still charge it, but it's not.
You lied.
It's not pumping out the amperage that I need. You know
You're
what
a
I'm
real
saying?
son
The
of a
voltage.
bitch.
The amperage.
Could you expand on that?
I'm about to get a 12-footer. Just to say fuck you.
Zach, when was the
I'm
first
about
time?
to order one right now.
When was the first time you busted a nut?
Ooh, I remember the day.
I know this story.
Like, go there.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I
You,
know
you
this
tell
story.
it if you want to. but I'm just
I
saying,
thought Dustin was
know.
about to be like, me and my boy got together. I helped him bust his first nut.
Helped them burst.
Burst his first.
Burst his first.
Such
Yeah.
a good friend.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Zach.
that's
You
a
remember
friend.
when you burst your first?
That's a new question that I'm going to start asking everybody.
Yes, yeah. That's how you
The
make
burst your
friends.
first segment.
That was your first burst.
That's the
That's-
first
that's
segment we
good.
got.
Break
The
down
burst
your first burst. I'll do
Man,
mine.
I can't.
Zach, would you care to elaborate?
Were
on
you
that?
on a
No.
toilet? Were you in your room? Did you use a sock, a towel? Did
Let it
anything
be.
come out?
I-
Because the first time I did it, nothing came out.
That wasn't a burst then.
You
Yeah,
idiot.
that was just a first.
So
I
it was
mean,
just a feeling. It was just a feeling at that point. Okay,
Okay.
I got
Let
you.
me ask you a
My
question.
bad.
Is
Just a
you
thirst.
dumb
My
or is
bad.
you stupid?
That's when you first got the thirst to
My bad.
burst.
That was just. Oh yeah, that was my first thirst of bursting.
The first there.
bursting from bursting. Okay.
Oh shit.
But yeah, was you
We're
were
on
you
some real quantum
were
shit
you on a
tonight.
chair?
But a young chap.
You might as well just whip it out, dog. You've
Uh,
been hitting at it
I
all day.
know.
Not
it's-
everybody answers
trying
the
to
first burst
Get
question.
the tension built up.
Attention.
Are you trying to pay attention?
What was the first like pornographic thing you beat your meat to?
Yo, have y'all
like
ever
just
been
like a
caught?
normal movie or show?
Have you ever been caught?
Yeah, that's it.
I definitely
Won't even
have.
That's the question.
I've been caught.
I've never
by
been
my
caught.
older brother. He caught me one time when I was in middle school.
How did you handle that experience?
I thought I tucked it.
But he didn't tuck it.
You an upper
He
tucker?
busted in the room because somebody called for me, right? And
Yeah.
I thought I tucked it, and I took the phone from him, and I shut the door back, looked down, still out.
Are you? So are you? Are you an
whole
upper
time.
tucker? Yeah.
He just came. He gave you the phone. Your dick just.
I can just imagine that
I thought I
happening.
locked the door, and he boom, busted in on me. Had the TV paused on some movie.
back when we did have phones, you had to pause on something.
It
to really
was
get
it
a nice
Friends?
little-
No, it was
Oh,
some
okay.
movie pause where they show boobs. I can't remember what it was.
I got one. All right. So we all go camping one night, and it's the next day. We wake up super early. It's like 5:30, 6 or something. We just head back home super early, and I get back home earlier than was anticipated. And I was with ex at the time, and this ex's grandparents were living with us while they were buying a new house or some shit. Like there was some reason, like something was happening. They were moving or something like that, and they were staying with us for a little bit. And I guess that they were under the impression that I still wasn't home. And I go into the bathroom, it's just one of them mornings. So
Oh yeah, one of them.
about to take care of some business and then, go to sleep because I'm tired as fuck. But, so I'm in there, I'm watching my shit, whatever. I'm just handling business. And her grandpa was notorious for trying to steal some of her weed, like all the time. We were suspicious of it, but we hadn't caught him or anything. So that's what I assumed was happening. But I'm in there getting after it and shit. And I literally I had just busted. Like not 2 seconds have gone by since I busted. And the fucking bathroom door swings open and he is just cheesing. Like he's really happy. He just thought he was about to get some free weed. It would be dick in hand, lotion on my dick, and we just make eye contact. And he just immediately turns away, walks up, and I'm like, God damn it. And I shut the door.
Oh, he left the door open, walked away?
He just walked away and I
Damn.
fucking shut the door. I was like, God damn it. I said it so loud. He definitely heard it. It was so fucking awkward.
But did you talk to him later that day?
No, I don't think we ever brought it up or anything like that.
Well, why would you?
Yeah. But it was
Hey, you remember that time you walked in?
Hey
on
man,
me?
I definitely wasn't jacking off.
It's not what you
What do you
think.
think I was doing?
Wait, what'd you see earlier, bro?
My dick was
For real.
dry.
For real, what
My
do
dick was
you
dry.
think
What
I
do
was
you think
doing?
you saw?
My dick was dry when you saw me earlier, I promise.
Yeah. My dick might look like it was hard, but it
I was
wasn't.
just pissing.
That's how you pee.
Oh man.
It got dirty. I had to wash it.
That's it. Oh, that's
man.
it. That's so perfect, bro. Nobody could tell you were lying.
That is true.
I really had to clean it. I had to make sure it was hard to get it
I
clean.
caught a whiff. I was taking
Yeah.
care of him.
I like to make sure my skin's stretched so I can really get in
Yeah.
there.
That's how you get
I don't
in
want to
them
worry about
pores.
what's left in the wrinkles. I don't want there to be any wrinkles.
Gotta get into the crevice.
It's just easier this way.
All right, next question. Has anybody here ever had a tick on their genitals?
Absolutely.
When I was
Oh, yeah, me
like
too.
14, I had a tick underneath the head of my penis. And I had to have my mom get it off for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
And it
remember
was,
one time.
It was bad.
I was probably 10 or 11 or something. I'm getting ready for school and I go to piss and I see a tick on my ball sack. And all I remember doing was went to the mirror and I was looking in the mirror. And I was looking down there. I remember yelling, Mom, I'm not going to be able to go to school today.
You thought that would get you out of school?
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind. And I'm just in there fucking with it, trying to pull it off. But yeah.
So that was your first blow job, huh?
Yeah, he was like, I'm not going to school. This tick's sucking
Got
on
it
me.
special.
That's why you left it. I ain't even come yet. Man.
What about you? You never been busted?
Busted what?
You brought up
Busting
that-
it?
yeah,
Busted,
brought up-
busting.
Uh-uh.
Busted, bursted.
No, he was the one who brought that question up if we were being caught.
And you ain't never been caught.
No, I
That
have
one
not
right.
ever been
You been
caught.
caught, bro.
You are pretty sneaky.
Have you been
Not.
caught?
No, not like I mean, in the process.
You've
with
never been
a
caught.
partner,
I was in
yeah.
You've
denial
never been
about
caught
mine, too.
red-handed.
Red-handed.
White-handed.
Yeah.
Have you ever been caught with red dick, white hand?
Yeah.
Here's another question. Pertains to beating your dick. Has anybody, any of y'all ever beat your dick at your friend's house when you were younger?
Absolutely.
Is it really their
Yeah, of
house or is
course,
it
Dustin.
home?
This one time I'm at Wade's house. And I'm looking up porn and shit. You know, we just been literally chilling all day. I feel like we was just watching movies all day that day. So I'm over here chilling, looking up some porn and shit, about to go beat my dick, right? And I get up and I go to the bathroom, you know, I hit that tip, about to go take a shit or something like that. Go to the bathroom, beat my dick. Come out, I walk back in the room and wait a second, I was beating your dick, bro. I seen you looking up the porn. It was so clown.
I wonder what that was like for him to know that his friend's about to sit on his toilet and go beat
Wasn't
his
my
dick.
toilet, bro.
Yo, bro, another funny jerking off story. All right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm at
another.
Casey's house.
This episode's full
I'm at
of
Casey's house one time, and fucking, he's taking a shower, and I hear him getting done with the shower and shit. I was thinking about how funny it'd be if he walked in to be beating my dick. So I pull out the dick as he fucking opens the door and comes walking, start beating it, and he fucking opens the door, looks at me, and goes like, he just walks off, and I fucking run in there laughing, and I like explained that I was like, it was like a whole planned joke and shit. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I was gonna let you finish." It was
Good
so
guy,
clown.
good guy. You talking about? Did you say Casey?
Yeah.
Of course. I'm surprised he didn't like sit down beside you and start jacking his dick. too.
He had to
So-
go to the bathroom and do it.
I had to probably about 6 months ago, man. Which we got in the where I work, Genesis. Guys are in there for 28 days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same as jail, man.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
get it in, or
gotta get it
you're
out.
gonna have some
I did
rough
beat my
nights.
dick in jail.
If you don't
Yeah,
use
yeah.
it, you lose it.
It's man, I had a client come and tell me that, hey, somebody jerked off and it's all over the toilet seat and the floor, and they weren't going to touch it. They were
Yeah.
pretty pissed off, and I had to go in there with gloves and
Damn,
cleaning
that is
material,
shitty.
clean up another man's.
Semen.
I gotta put up a
burst.
sign.
Yeah, that's
He really had to
It's
get
no
in there with
burst.
that
hard
burst.
times.
No burst on the toilet, please.
Yeah.
Please control your burst. Capture burst in toilet tissue. Put that sign up.
If you burst,
Controlled burst.
you must clean
No.
first
Control.
before you leave.
Control burst only.
Yeah.
Controlled burst.
Well, see, they actually, I kind of, for the wrong reason, I was happy a couple weeks ago because occasionally, I think it's once a month, we have this group. I think it's called Heartland Cares, something like that, where they come in and they do
Bust.
like HIV testing, and when they do, they pass out conds for
Hell yeah.
for when they leave. But my thought was, well, if they have these, we ain't got to clean up any messes,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, bad.
So what you're
literally,
telling me
yeah.
is you jerked off with a condom on.
What you think?
Makes me
Is that
laugh
what you're
longer.
inferring?
I did it one time
I'm
to
about say,
test it
yeah, I
out,
did it
but
one time to try
it wasn't really my thing. It was too much grip almost. You're just like,
No, really, I liked it, but I didn't like the fact of like the way it felt on my hand. And like it was a foreign object, so you couldn't feel your dick, but you could feel the condom, and your dick couldn't feel your hand, but
So-
it could feel the condom.
So you're the kind of guy that likes the feeling of your
stranger.
your dick from your hand. So
Yeah.
you
I like
prefer
it.
it ain't the that part that's getting off on you. It's this part and this part
I like
where
to
you're
know
like,
it's
oh, that's
there.
some
He
good
likes
penis
dick
in
in
my
the
hand.
hand.
Like, damn,
All right, that's
that motherfucker really in there.
that
motherfucker
says a
is
lot
in-
about you.
No, that's not it.
what about that time you said you heard your little brother doing it?
Yeah, break that down to us.
Yeah, I didn't
Walk
say
us
that.
through that.
But I have heard one of my good friends, AK, I'm not going to say his name, but he also likes to take, shots of sriracha and whiskey.
Of course, of
Oh,
course.
clean face.
One time we were at this girl's house that we all hung out with back in the day, and we might have been doing some triple C's that day, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But so we're all chilling on her couch or whatever, and then he's like, I gotta go use the bathroom. We don't think nothing of it, whatever. We're all sitting around talking.
Until 45 minutes
Yeah.
go by.
And then I'm like, I have to go use the bathroom. So I walk up to the bathroom, doors closed, lights on. I'm like, all right. I didn't knock. I just put my ear up to the door for some reason, and I hear,
Oh no!
And then I scurry off and I go get somebody else. I'm like, yo, come in. He's jacking off. We had
Bro,
to go. We had to
no
go fuck with him.
bullshit. When him and the someone else come scurrying back to the living room, that's what came to my mind. I was like, Richard's beating his dick in the bathroom. The way they were laughing and running back, like that was the first fucking thing I assumed was happening. And that's exactly
So then we
what
all
was
scurry
happening.
back to the door. We all confirm we hear the noise. And then we all go sit back down. He finally comes out. We confront him. He's like, "No!" And they're jacking off. What did
It
he
was
say
the
he was doing?
unmistakable noise that he was jacking off.
Yeah.
Like it was just, there's no fucking way.
He said he was
wasn't.
washing his hands. That's what he said he was doing.
For 45 minutes. Huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we said next. For 45 minutes, like, no, you must have just come in there when I got up.
They were dirty.
Just say you was jacking off, bro.
I bet he was really beating it for the whole 45.
Maybe.
Well, that's how it is on them, allegedly. On
Allegedly,
extramethophan.
So you read
Yeah.
from research.
Allegedly, this friend also likes to take showers when he drinks. But
Who does that
I've seen
sound
it.
like?
I've seen a picture of that same guy.
you know,
With
some
his
might
dick
say,
out.
yeah, some
Passed out in the
Passed out with
I
his
took a
dick.
picture of a guy like that. I'm just saying.
No, I pulled up to old buddy's house one day.
Oh,
I pulled up to his house. I hit him up to come
He got-
over.
he got caught.
I hit him up to come over, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, come on, we can chill." And apparently, he had been doing some pills that day. That's why we're not gonna say who it was. But anyways,
Right.
yeah. So I go over to his house. I knock. He didn't say anything. Usually, he's like, "Come in." So like, I wait for that. Nothing happens. I knock again. Nothing. So I see the TV and the light on. So I'm like, "Shit." I slowly creak open the door. I see the TV on. I look over. He's fucking dead ass asleep, dick in hand, porn on the TV and everything. I didn't realize
Wasn't
it was
I
porn on the
with
TV
you?
till after I.
Wasn't?
Were you?
I'm pretty sure I was.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I was. Or that's happened multiple times because it wasn't on the. It
I
wasn't on
wouldn't be
TV.
shocked.
It was on the phone. So that would mean two different
Yeah,
occasions.
it was two different occasions.
Good
'cause
God.
It was TV
Yeah.
whenever.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine sleeping so
That was
long?
about that time when you was going over like help him out and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Falling
I mean,
asleep, dick in
I
hand.
know it's fucked up and it's funny to a certain degree, but man, people do crazy shit when they're
Yeah.
fucked up on Xanax and alcohol and even opiates.
Yeah, we
man.
all
I've
we
been
all
there, allegedly. So
But
be
all of our
It's
boys are
kinda
doing better.
sad.
You're doing better. He's
Yeah.
doing better. We're all doing better. Look at us.
it's trippy, ain't it?
It is
Hard to
tricky. It
imagine.
really is.
I was about to bring up earlier that every time I get on the Christian County Sheriff's Department app to look at arrests, I
Yeah.
see somebody we know or
Mhm.
knew at some point. Even one of our recent, well, not recent, friends, but somebody that associated with us quite heavily was recently arrested and looked.
Oh.
Shame.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been,
Well, it's public
he got arrested
domain.
twice back to
That's
back.
sad,
How
man.
crazy! Once asleep at the pump. Damn, that's just crazy to me. And then the next time, riding down the freeway, apparently his license plate was just covered, not taken off, nothing like covered.
They just
If-
covered it up.
The cop might have never even suspected a thing had he just had his license plate
Yeah.
looking normal and shit. It's just crazy to me.
Mm.
And apparently he had like the Cadillac converter just cutting off kit. Like just
Catalytic
with
converter?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, whatever that shit
A
is.
catalytic, not a Cadillac. though.
Convert your
Cadillac.
Cadillac to a Buick.
Converts Cadillacs into
Yeah.
Buick.
That's how you convert things. A Cadillac into another car. The converter.
I had a Dodge and then I got a Volvo.
Oh shit! I
Somebody's
didn't know.
rich.
I didn't know.
So what's
But
up
yeah,
with
he's
what's
doing
up with
real
the ped? I don't ever see you riding around on the ped.
Man, I think about that motherfucker every day.
What's wrong with it?
wrong
Every
with
day.
it?
I don't
Okay.
know.
You want to sell it?
No, I want to fix it.
What about that dude who lives by DA who always has mopeds in front of
Well,
his house?
all right. So I did go buy. I bought a what was it? Remember, right? Kickstart, I think, maybe from him.
Yeah, the liver.
Yeah. And he was like extreme alcoholic. He asked even about
Yeah.
getting some help. He's either. I think he's. I mean, it's not somebody I'd want to go.
Yeah,
And he tried to like hustle me on it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not somebody I'd want to go mess with too much, but I also think he's either in jail or maybe
Hell
he's
yeah.
dead. I mean,
You know,
I
you
mean,
can get
YouTube-
like brand new fucking like
Mm.
Chinese ones like they're like called like Tao Tao or some shit
Mhm.
like that for like $1,000.
my buddy got one for 700. Actually,
Richard's motorcycle that he bought, he got that shit delivered to his house, $2,000. He put it together and it's pretty fucking
No,
sick.
it was
dude.
put together. They delivered it in
It
a
was
box.
mainly put together, but
busted the
there's still
box
some
open,
shit you have to
like-
put together.
well, like handles and brakes and shit like that.
Yeah, that's
but-
what I thought. Usually you put
yeah.
on like the whole front tire or like
Yeah,
assembly
something
thing.
like
That's
that.
what I was about to go get earlier, but like the guy had put on some aftermarket upgrades and shit. But
No, the dude looked at Dustin's picture. He was like, "Damn, that guy must."
like, damn, he's gonna
Really?
look sick as fuck on this.
Yeah, I can't let him do it. He's just gonna be, can't do it.
You let him do it.
Then he hit up the other guy. That's what it
I
was.
offered this man more money
Damn.
than he had the shit posted for, and he was crazy to me.
Mm.
Some people
I
out
mean, I
there
don't
just
know.
ain't greedy.
Just gotta
Wish they
find the right
was.
one.
I miss it though, man. That's the I mean, I would go ride that motherfucker. every
I
day.
seen
I'd
you on
work
this
and
shit
everything.
everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it, dude. That's some like one of the most
It's so
Yeah, it's
fun.
fun.
enjoyable,
It's so fun.
chill feelings. You
I
can
know
have,
that's what
man.
makes me want to get the like enduro because it'd be so sick to be able to do that a little bit faster, but then also be able to go off road with it too.
You could go off road with the ped, but you know something.
And
Yeah,
it
it's
did.
It's a little rough.
yeah. There's no shocks. on
You hit
that
a
motherfucker,
jump,
really.
Yeah.
you might fly off that motherfucker.
I mean, we could probably fix it, but I need help with it. So
I got
that's
some
why I
carburetor
said,
cleaner in my
you know.
truck.
Well,
Boom.
like the filter, I guess, where I mean, it's some sort of filter. I don't know what it's for, what it does. Like, it's been completely
filter.
disconnected from the rest of the engine the entire time I've had it.
Oh.
So I don't know what the deal
So yeah,
is.
that's
and-
probably.
Filter.
Oh, so
I
like, is it
barely
like the
know her.
silver piece that's like a fucking cone looking thing?
No. It's like a tube that comes off the actual engine and goes around to like the side of it.
And it's
in
just
a
the tube, there's
plastic
nothing?
case. Yeah, it's been disconnected the entire time I had it.
Interesting.
That has
That's
anything
one-
to do with just giving air to the
The
engine. and
previous
shit.
owner, you know, it,
Yeah, that's
sold
one
it
to
to
ask
me.
the
and I did it.
engineer.
So
Oh no, dog.
Oh,
Okay.
It ran when I sold it.
I had a buddy.
I wish
that
That
I
motherfucker
was
ran
going
stout when
to
you owned it.
buy one from,
It was
and
nice.
he wrote it out to Genesis the other day, and just say hi, and then I've hit him up a couple times about it, and I thought about it earlier today, and just when I looked on the Christian County Sheriff's website, he's been arrested. So
Have you thought
Oh,
about
damn.
getting a
that's,
150?
there goes that.
Yeah, I hate to hear it. Let's say
I
a
don't want
quick
to add
one
on
for
any
him.
sort of,
That's a moment of
extra
silence.
shit as far as
Insurance
I'm
and all
sorry.
that.
yeah, I just want to be.
It's
able to
super
ride
cheap
it.
apparently. On like I see like ads come through on my Facebook shit ever since I've been looking for motorcycles for like motorcycle insurance, and it's like $87 for the year, which is pretty fucking nuts. I didn't think it'd be that cheap.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
You still need motorcycle license and all that shit.
Yeah, but
need
Richard
motorcycle
said that you
license.
could literally like you could go to a website and like read the thing and then go there and take the test tomorrow and get your basically like an intermediate one, which like would make you legal to drive, and you just technically couldn't have people on it with you, and there was some other stipulation.
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm
it
saying.
wasn't. It wasn't anything.
Questionable source.
It wasn't anything that really mattered to me though.
When you
like,
take a motorcycle driver's license test, do they ride with you? Do they ride beside you? What is
Do
it
they
consist
ride?
of?
They
I think it's a written
wrap up
test.
around you.
I think it's in a small course or
Yeah,
something.
you gotta do it in like
okay,
a parking lot or something.
Okay, so
they
you
can
gotta
just, like,
like
watch
left turn
it.
here,
Yeah.
downshift, brake, up
I really
down.
don't know. I've
Pop
seen that
wheelie,
before.
Yeah.
though.
You gotta stoppy.
Burnout.
Yeah,
You can't stop
stoppy.
it. You
Just the
Driving
usual
license.
everyday things you do on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, go up behind that van, stoppy, and then
I'm gonna need a
360 pivot.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to see a front wheel bump off of that there bitch and you can bring it on back. But yeah, I need my motorcycle license ASAP. The whole time I had my motorcycle in Indiana, I did not have a motorcycle license. I just rode that bitch. Never got pulled over, had expired tags.
classic.
Every
Hate to
time you're
hear
driving
it.
a vehicle, I just about assume you're missing some sort of
Yeah,
paperwork.
no.
You know?
yeah,
Back in the
Indiana.
day, yeah, I didn't have no paperwork. I
We
didn't
got
have
'em,
no-
boys.
I didn't have no insurance. I didn't have no
Yeah.
license. I didn't have no nothing.
One
I
of
just had the vehicle.
the scariest moments of my life was getting pulled over in front of the mall that one
Oh,
time.
shit, when I
with,
went to jail.
Yeah, some weed or something. And I figured that, yeah, you were going and I was going with
Yeah.
you. And I had just gotten out. I was on shock probation with.
We wouldn't even got any
20
trouble
something
if,
years
if
over
I
my
didn't
head.
have
And
any
yeah,
warrants out.
and
I would have went home.
shot.
Well,
We'd have both went
I
home.
think the reason they got us was because of the they ran the license plate and it didn't have paperwork.
Yeah, and I
some
was also
sorts.
doing 45 and a 25.
Oh yeah, that right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Polish boy.
That was when they was doing that construction fucking
Mhm,
right there in front
yeah.
of Walmart. So it was
Yeah.
just like, you
They're
know.
making that a 3-lane.
Yeah, so I go
Both
from doing
sides,
45
6.
straight into it, and he's sitting right there. He didn't see that I just came from a 45 into it, but it's whatever.
Oh, he saw. He knew.
They get their money out of me one way or another. Got pulled over last week, $170-something dollars. It's whatever.
Last week.
2 weeks ago, whenever I got pulled over,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, damn again.
I had cops tried to hem me up a couple of weeks ago at
Mhm.
Genesis. Man, they came requesting for somebody that we didn't have, but we by law we tell them, we cannot confirm or deny.
Yeah.
And you can't come in the building. Well, they tried to get me and my coworker. They started asking for our names, so we went back inside, and then they tried to ambush us when we stepped back out.
Damn.
Now, by law, I have to identify myself because I'm on probation until I pay off my fine.
Yeah.
So
You had to let them know you
that
had
was
the
a scary
gun.
experience. By the end of the night, we had a fucking senator come.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Swear.
that
Crazy.
Yep.
They would like.
Senator, the
They
heads
just
of
can't
payroll,
accept no for
everything.
an answer because of their little fucking power complex,
Mm.
Oh,
and
he
the fucking, they
ambushed.
feel the need to push it like that. It just get.
Yeah.
To be-
It's fucking the.
Yeah.
It's the
Crazy.
place's rules. You
Yeah.
can't like.
It's crazy that we're talking about this. Here lately, I have been watching like little videos of people that record confrontations with police.
Makes
Like
me-
they'll
they-
walk around their buildings and record them, and they'll come out
I
and
know who you're
fucking
talking
get
James
onto 'em.
Freeman, something like
Yeah,
that. He's
so-
like
They
one of the-
can't handle being told no. You see it recurring more and more
Yeah.
videos. They have a fucking power complex, and they should have to like take shit like classes and like pass tests regularly.
Yep.
To be walking around with a gun and like power over the general population, it's gonna go to most people's heads,
Right.
and
It's,
that shit needs to be
fascism.
kept in check.
Fascism. Yeah.
Needs
You
to be
heard it
kept
here,
in
folks. Fascism. It's crazy that they have to. They're all so like
Fascist.
what do you call it? Headstrong. What? No, what's the word for it? A tyrant.
Arrogant?
They're all
Yeah,
tyrants
sure.
until
Yeah.
they get their supervisor out there, and then their supervisor's like, "No, you can't be doing this." Like,
Have y'all ever seen
why
the
don't they
video?
know that before?
It's a black dude in his car. He's a private investigator, and like he started recording.
I know
And then, like
exactly what
this
you're
cop
talking
walks
about.
up,
Yeah.
and it's this young fucking punk, probably like 22 fucking years
Yep.
old,
I've
and
seen
he
it.
like you can just tell that he doesn't like that this guy knows what he can, like the power that the cop has, and the guy keeps asking him for information. And the guy's like, "What crime have I committed?" You know, because he's on a case, he's like investigating some other shit, and apparently he just won a like case against someone very recently for something similar to that. And this dude escalates it to the point of like aiming the gun at this dude's head when he literally never did anything at all. And like several more cops come, and this guy's still just holding the gun at old buddy's head for like 2 fucking minutes while other cops are there, and they're not telling him to put the motherfucker down. And it's so crazy. This shit, like, it's wild.
Yeah, it is wild the way that the police think sometimes that they can handle situations
Oh, right.
and pretty much just treat you like you're nothing. You know,
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
their
it's fucking
slave
insane.
in that moment.
And they're trained to treat you like you're a criminal already as they approach you until
Yeah.
they've established you're not. They're
Yeah.
like,
Which
and
is
that's
crazy.
absurd too, because you're there to help
Yeah.
these people. Why would you be trained to act as if everyone that you come across is a potential criminal, or you know what I'm saying? And when you're supposed to protect all of those
Yeah.
fucking people,
You know what
It
I
says
think
on your
of?
car,
It goes
protect
against
and
itself.
serve.
How about the night of the fall of the house?
Oh, yeah.
It's a long story, but
Yeah,
starting from a domino that is called Sean,
yeah, I was.
and then fell on me and Dustin. You know, it just kept falling.
Oh, it was a bad
Something
night.
happened outside our house. Cops thought they smelled something in the trash, so they
That's
come
what
to
they
our
said?
house. Yeah. Yep.
Oh. So they told me they thought that's where I came from. So that's
Well,
what they
yeah,
went
that's what
back
they
to.
said too. But
Yeah,
they
they
said
use
they
that
checked the
bullshit
trash.
that-
Yeah. And they, without
a
a warrant
web
or
of
anything,
lies.
it was probably 30 degrees outside, and I answered the door in my
I
boxers.
think it was colder than that. I
Well,
really do.
They kept me outside for about 2 hours while they waited on a warrant in my boxers.
No, they kept all of us at like basically.
Well, they did get in and get everybody else out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a minute before that.
Oh yeah, see Zach.
Yeah.
He
There's
was
some
usually
fucked up-
pretty good at dealing with the cops. So whenever they knocked on the door and shit, I just went and got him. I figured he'd be able to handle it or whatever. And they call him outside, and then he's out there for a little bit. And then Zach yells, and he's like, "Hey, they said everybody in here has to come outside and shit." So us fucking being stupid listened as if they act like I don't think we really had to do that.
I
Because
don't
they would have
know.
had to prove something was in the trash can. They could say they smell anything, but they would have had to prove
Yeah,
it.
but they got that
overall.
warrant regardless.
Yeah,
so
but,
it would just matter of time.
And we were literally outside for like 2 to 3 fucking hours. It was like, it ended up being like 10 or 12 of us just sitting out there. He was outside in his boxers. I think fucking somebody ended up giving him his jacket. Fucking, Will?
Will.
Yeah. And we was out
Yeah,
there.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I almost
I know
said
it's
I almost did. That's why I paused. That's so fucking close.
Oh,
Dude. But
God.
yeah, that was a crazy ass night.
Yeah, it was. Little did I didn't know that them motherfuckers, like, I didn't know that my situation had caused a whole nother situation until they showed up at the jail and was
Yep.
like,
So
I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on? They're like, they came to the house, they
It's a
searched it
party
all.
day.
So our first time
Yeah.
getting arrested, all three of us sitting up in the jail cell intake here in Christian
Yeah.
County Jail. They gave us one setup, which is a blanket and a sheet and a mat for all three of us. So
Yeah.
there we were, cuddled up, kind of on one mat together,
Yeah.
possibly being
We were
clowned.
clowning
dude.
while we were in
Yeah,
there,
we
though.
made
Then
it.
we got
We
split
found a
up.
little bit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, y'all were in the, what cell were y'all in?
I got sent
don't
to
remember this
isolation
shit
because
like
my
that.
mom was the nurse there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they were like,
got sent
well,
to
we
a
can't have
felony
you.
cell.
Shout out, moms.
I was scared. First time I ever been to jail.
Felony.
Scared.
Yeah, it's a
I went
fucked up
in,
feeling.
man. I went in and it was like super late, so everybody's asleep, all the lights are off and shit, and like all the beds were taken. So I just
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
right
just
from
fucking
work.
laid my shit on the floor and went to fuck to sleep.
Yeah, I slept for like a whole day. Like I did not.
Mhm.
Like even though I was awake, I woke up. I was like, oh, I'm here. Back to sleep.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
It's a feeling that I can't describe to anything. I've done maybe
It's terrible. You feel like
2
an
years
animal.
total
As you're in there,
jail,
you
and it's a fucking nightmare feeling. I've been diagnosed with a form of PTSD from it.
Yeah,
and
you did
every
the longest
week,
out of all of us.
I will 3 or 4 days a week. I'll have these dreams where I'm in jail, and it feels so real.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
convinced I'm there, and I'm like. I always plead with them, like, look, I work in recovery. You can call my boss. I haven't done anything illegal. You know,
Yeah.
this is just some. And they're like, no, we know you, what you've been up to. We got you. And then I'm just in there, and I think about so clearly my current circumstances in life, and all of it just going away. And like, I'll wake up in a pure panic.
Oh yeah,
It's just,
fucking-
dude, it's fucking
It's a
crazy.
shitty feeling in there. And
And
while
that's
you're
why
in
I
there, the
turned my
more
life
you
around.
think about
Yeah.
like how you couldn't leave, even if you wanted to, like you couldn't take a step outside.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah.
It just will make you panic a little bit.
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I don't
you
get how
totally
some
right.
people would just get used to it and just fucking like whatever. I'll go to jail over it, like and like
Yeah.
genuinely
I'm
feel that
afraid
way.
to
It's
go
crazy
back.
to me.
I hear it a lot.
You
in
might as well not even be
Genesis.
alive if that's what you're doing. You
What
know,
I always-
like if you're in jail for a long time, if you're in jail for 30 years, like what kind of life is that? Even I'd rather be dead
Yeah.
than that.
What I
It's
always
fucking
hear
crazy.
is people brag about, oh, I can do time. Well, here's the thing, and I've learned this from my personal experience. Anybody can, period. Because eventually you learn to shut down the part of you that thinks, your analytical mind, and
Yeah.
even the emotional parts of your brain, I guess.
Yeah.
You
To
learn to
where
cope.
physically you're going to exist, sure.
Yeah.
But you still go through this torturous like cycle of bad days, all right days you're just existing. And
Yeah.
of course, it's all proportional or subjective, like what
Yeah.
you've been through in your life. We had a
Yeah.
guy recently at Genesis that he kept referring to being in rehab as doing time. He would say, "Oh, I've never been locked up before, but I can't do this time. This is it's just shit like that.
Yeah.
Kept referring it to doing time. So it made, to me, or it made me realize that to him that might as well be the same, just because
Yeah.
he's never been. Of course, everybody's suffering is only it's about equal regardless of what you're going through.
Oh, yeah.
Take a candy bar away from a kid, and if one of us were to lose a child of ours or something, you can't say which one's suffering more because it
Yeah.
might be the most painful thing they've ever been through.
Yeah.
So I guess it's subjective, but yeah, dude, it's fucked up. I'm glad that nobody in our direct friends is currently locked up.
Yeah.
Because I just feel
Everybody
so
for the
bad.
most part is like doing good.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like
That's true.
that I knew who was like who's still making like stupid fucking decisions and like living that like dumb life that like all of us used to do. I just can't even fuck with them. It's just
No,
why
I'd
bring that risk or
Why
fucking
would you?
shit into
Yep.
exactly. It's just foolish.
We have one
We're all
friend
grown now.
that might want to change his eating ways, or he might pop soon. But other than that,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Tristan is what I'm talking about.
I feel like you're talking
Yo,
about.
did you watch the episode where we was clowning with T or on T? Really?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think
Oh,
so.
my God. I think it was
so
number
fucking funny
7.
that- Yeah, it was 7.
Wade does this T impersonation that killed it.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's
He
see
took
it.
the breath out of me when he did it.
I ain't been around him. I was just.
With the arms down.
Killed it.
But whenever he did it last time, he did like. It was, oh my god!
It's gotta be fresh on my mind. I ain't seen him in a while.
He has to see a fresh picture.
Fuck.
It was so
Sick
funny to
guy.
me that it made me feel bad for laughing.
Fortunately, I was out of camera, and this was in front of my face
Yeah.
or something.
Oh,
So it
damn.
wasn't in the video.
Damn. What a shame. Our
That's the
viewers
homie
missed.
though. He's super cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But
He-
it was so fucking.
he can
funny. I
take-
had
he
to
can
laugh
take-
about
Yeah,
it.
he can take a good joke.
He definitely
yeah.
can. And he can.
When's the last time you've been around T?
It's been a long time.
He's just constantly verbally attacking.
Yeah,
you.
he's all-
It's
he's-
so
What,
funny.
me?
that's
Everyone,
how
like,
he
that's
does.
what
Yeah.
he's just
Everybody.
constantly talking shit. It's so funny.
Just our circumstances haven't dude. I don't hang out with anybody that I mean, I guess y'all are always busy or we got something going on, so it's hard to even initiate
We
it.
had to
but
plan a
yeah,
camp.
a
or
lot of
something, so-
people are still doing stuff I just really don't want to
Mhm.
be involved with.
Yeah,
And still, some
absolutely.
people are still in that sort of phase where hanging out is simply smoking weed.
Yeah.
And I don't smoke, and I don't want to just hang out and
we
be a part of
definitely
that.
get together
But
and we fuck around.
yeah, I mean, I want to do something. Or,
I'm illegally importing firearms. No, I'm just kidding.
It says
Just
the,
kidding.
the felon.
I'll
maybe?
cut that out.
I'll cut that out.
Do you drink at all?
No.
Oh, yeah,
Just-
that's what's up, though.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
other
Like
than
you
this,
don't at all, or you
No,
just
not
like
at
don't
all.
do
I
it
have
regular?
no interest in
Okay,
it.
okay, that's cool. Then.
Yeah, I mean, I
go
try to
in and
live.
out of it.
I try to live sort of by what we, teach at, or
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's a huge part of my life. It's hard
Yeah.
not to be, like it's just the nature, I guess, of what we do.
Mhm.
But outside of that, even I just don't have any interest in it.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
respectable.
I mean, I also don't drink that often. Only time I drink is when we go camping. That's
I'm super hit
literally
and
it.
miss with it. I might go 2 weeks without drinking, and then drink and not care about it at all, and then drink one night, and then drink the next night, and then not drink for 4 or 5 days, and then drink. It's just so like it's hit and miss with me.
I drink on holidays, camping trips.
Yeah. And really, I don't see many other people other than these two fuckers because I work with them and I do this every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. We really don't get together very often, but
No.
when we
We're
do,
about,
it's
we're
a
about
ball.
to change that.
It's a ball.
It's about. I called old buddy about that house the other day. He said, "Well, militant is he hasn't moved out yet. Apparently, is what he said. He hasn't gotten all the stuff out."
He was telling me that he.
What that got to do with
Fuck,
you?
let's take care of that. Yeah, but he was telling me that he was moving all of his shit out so you could get in there
Yeah,
quicker.
yeah. No, I remember you telling me that, but yeah, when I called him, he said that as far as he knew, hadn't. Damn it. Old buddy hadn't let him
Did
know.
he say you'll be able to if he does?
He didn't say he was going to sell it yet, but he also said that he needed to get in to evaluate if he was going to.
Hmm.
So it's still up in the air. Who knows?
I've been trying to buy a house too, man. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, I'm
There's
not trying to
nothing like
buy it,
around
but
here.
yeah, no, I should
Dustin's
be
old
in the
house.
market for
If
a
I'm-
house within 2
No,
years.
it's already gone.
Oh, for real?
And
Hopefully.
you got the little house in
I
the back.
know.
Mom and them pointed that
No,
out.
it's not very. My
Mom
credit
brought
score is
that
like
up
a
too.
605.
Man,
Yeah,
I
mine
would.
Two
bad,
houses
real
for
bad.
90.
I've been
That's
trying
a
to get it.
deal.
That's
That's
why I
a
fucking got
crazy
these big
deal,
crazy shit.
dude.
All this debt, $20,000.
That could have been
debt.
the sickest
Yeah,
man
I feel
cave
that.
or some
Yeah.
shit like that,
I'm with
or
you.
just
Yeah, I
another
hate it.
form of
I
income.
hate it. What did you? Okay, so I remember you had the Impala at one point. Did you ever have to pay that off? Whatever happened with that? Is it gone?
Well,
Explain your debt to us.
Okay, so do y'all need my social security number first?
Walk us through your
Yeah.
financial situation.
What's your address?
Say it. I'll drop it below.
It's right there.
So, fuck, dude, it's hard to answer. Okay, so for a while there, I started getting these letters saying that my paychecks were going to be garnished.
For
So
the
that
car?
might be why, yeah. But I
Okay.
still have a whole lot of debt that I just haven't paid off
Sick.
to various places.
Care to
But I don't
elaborate
know,
on that?
dude. I just gave up on that fucking.
So giving the car
after a
back
while.
didn't
No,
absolve.
no, it was a
damn.
lot of money left.
Would you just
Damn.
park the car there and leave or something?
No, they came and got it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that was so long ago. It's hard to even remember. But there was a lot of debts that, I guess they all turned over to collection agencies and they started garnishing my paychecks.
Hmm.
So
Sean also has a lot of unpaid debts. You two
Yeah.
are real similar in that way.
I just don't
But
care
I-
about them anymore, man.
yeah.
Really. I mean,
I just
get-
recently acquired all mine.
oh,
Ain't no sense
Well.
in mentally thinking about it all the time, anyways.
Yeah, no. I got 5 to 6 more years before any of it's halfway gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or okay, actually 6 years it'll be completely gone, but
Then you're going to have something else.
6 years.
Yep.
Yeah, I am gonna have something else. That's why I told Anna, I was like, whenever I pay this truck off, I'm probably gonna trade it in for a better truck. She was like, why would you do that?
Cyber
You just
truck.
got it. It's like so that it doesn't lose value. I get a better truck. I already got 200,000 miles. Just how I'm thinking.
I can't wait to be Oculus on self-driving Tesla.
That's the future.
That's
the
illegal.
future.
Damn.
Then you fucking
Yeah.
wreck it. Like, what the fuck? Oh, there's McDonald's.
I'm fine. Yeah, I was just working here.
I was just
I was
working.
hoping that they had a Yu-Gi-Oh game for that.
Yeah, I
How
thought
sick
about
would
that
that
too.
fucking
I'll
be,
be dramatic with every draw.
Man? Me
Yeah.
too.
I was thinking of any game where you had to like.
I'm
use so
like
much-
chuckling and shit as I look at it. Man, I would get into fucking character with that.
Slide
shit.
it up slowly into my face. Huh?
Man, that would be so
Oh,
fucking sick.
man.
Sadly, they don't yet.
Yeah, let's develop.
But Christopher was telling me about this game last night that I looked up. I watched like a YouTube video of it or whatever, and I can't remember the name of it. But they have like Call of Duty remakes and shit on there, like of like zombies and like different maps and like in Call of Duty 4, whenever you
Is
do
it
the like
Pavlov?
where you're like,
Yeah, Pavlov.
yeah,
Oh, I've
pretty
seen
sick. So that'd be fucking cool.
That'd be fucking cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yo, can I see that
Never
pin? I
played
also need to write
for
something
sure,
down.
for sure.
Oh, it's just right here.
All right, I need to,
For sure.
it's just right here.
For sure.
For sure.
Man,
There you go.
take a couple notes.
What notes?
Huh?
Huh? All right. So, how old is everybody?
Well, I'm about to turn 38.
If it wasn't for that joke that I made
38.
earlier,
Huh?
he really redeemed
Yeah,
himself.
Dustin's been texting me.
Was it
Should
at
we
Thursday?
cut Sean?
Yeah.
Is Sean?
let me find out. Let me find out.
Don't worry.
I ain't been texting him like that. I called him one time.
No,
Said,
but
how much is his
I
portion?
have
Let's
heard
buy him.
not only by y'all, but a couple other people that I was off for the past episode or two.
Well, I've noticed a
Or
growing
9.
trend.
Tell him that.
But I was also going through things in my mind. What the fuck is in this hole?
Well, you got
That's what he's been going through.
Is it? I need a.
It's been in my pocket.
it's
Oh,
the
yeah, that's what it
podcast,
is.
dog.
It's
It-
that
you
pussy
gotta,
gland.
you gotta be in the podcast mindset when that camera starts.
You gotta
Wake up!
Grab
a bunch of wake up!
tell him, Zach.
No,
Go ahead.
Oh, they know.
sometimes I'll
This
be
man
waking up.
didn't know.
Well,
What do you think about
you know.
Five Finger Death Punch's new album?
Oh
Zach?
my god, dude, that's funny as fuck. Because the other day, this guy was like, "So what? We went and did some service work, cleaning up the bus stop in Rebos, and I usually bring my speaker and I'll play something everybody will like." And then this guy was like, "You got any Breaking Benjamins?" And I was like, "No, man, I don't really listen to that." He was like, "Really? What do you listen to?" And I was like, "I usually listen to some pretty heavy
You, like, check
music."
the shirt.
And yeah, he was like, "Oh, really? I bet you don't listen to heavy stuff." And I was like, "No, it's pretty heavy." And he was like, "Oh, yeah? I'd know. What do you think about Five Finger Death Punch?" And I was like, "Oh, really? I think it's kind of a joke, man." And he was like, "I thought you said you liked heavy stuff." And it was just,
Oh,
so
man.
it's
What a-
funny that you asked
What a
that.
cringeworthy
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
That was.
I remember,
Oh,
I
man.
remember back in the day, some lady was like, "Y'all don't listen to hard music. You don't listen to no Metallica."
Oh, man.
Yeah, those fuckers out there crazy.
Zach,
I
how
hear that
many
a lot.
how many people over the age of 35 have you knocked out?
Probably.
Dozens.
A Subway's parking lot.
We told
One.
that Subway story. We told that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
did.
didn't, dude. I didn't
Yeah.
hear
Tell-
that.
we
part.
bring you up. We bring you up
names.
semi-frequently.
All right.
But go ahead and run
Yeah,
us
that's
through
interesting.
what okay, we need your side of the story from that day.
For that day, the Subway story. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know Wade was there, right?
Yeah, it was the three of us.
And
I
then
was not.
Alex was there.
Was he?
Yep.
Was he?
I don't think I was there.
Yeah,
I
Alex
think
was
I've
there.
just
'cause-
been told this story a million
Okay.
times.
So once upon a time, we were walking by the boulevard. Like I'm doing some slam poetry.
Break it down.
And then
The chair is moving like a
Uh,
motherfucker.
we were walking down the boulevard, and some old man in a white truck went by, and it looked like he was talking on a fucking car phone. Which, of course, like no one has car phones. So Alex, being the man of instigation he always was known
Yes,
for,
yes.
he said, "Nice car phone," nothing offensive, nothing wild, just
complimenting the
Just
man.
just
observation.
complimenting
Yeah.
a good car phone. You know
Yeah.
how everybody feels about
That's
their
right.
phones
You
these
got a
days.
car phone, you're rich back in the day,
Yeah,
Yeah, for
back
real.
in 2011. Yeah, yeah, you were rich. So this angry old bastard pulls over to Subway, which is where we were at the time, getting ready to go in, and he hops out of the truck and starts yelling at us, and fuck y'all got something to say it to my face. And then Alex was like, he told him, all I said was, you had a nice car phone. And then the dude just keeps running his mouth, and my arm was broke at the time
Oh, yeah,
because of
off
another
easy cop.
incident at Pilot Rock, which I fell off a little like small ledge ditch kind of thing and broke my arm. So I was wearing this cast thing. Oddly enough, AJ liked to wear that cast all the time. I'm sure y'all remember that.
I have
He
a
would
picture-
have me take it off.
I have
and
a
just
picture
wear
of that. It
So
just came
shout-
to my shit very
shout out to
recently. We're
AJ.
gonna toss a picture up.
Oh
Yeah.
wait,
AJ.
I have it
because of
too,
his
yeah.
shoulders, his
I
fragile
have
shoulders.
AJ wearing that cast.
Yeah, I have it too.
I forgot he used to borrow that.
Yeah, just take that. My arm might have been broken, but he
Hold
wanted
on.
to wear it.
This was back before you had any arm problems at all.
Yeah. This was
He
like,
Yeah,
just wear a
dude.
cast.
yes.
Yo, right here.
That's it. Yep, that's the one I was thinking of. Yep. So that will be posted on the screen.
I'm gonna send that to you.
So
Wade.
this old motherfucker, dude, he starts getting closer and closer, and I tell him, back the fuck up, dude. And then he, keeps getting closer, yelling he's gonna do something to us, vague threats. And I'm like, if you touch me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, something like
I
that.
forgot your
He
arm
meant
was
it.
broke, dog.
Yeah, my arm was
I
broke. So
forgot.
I take the cast and I rip it off and I throw it on the ground, and he comes up and pushes me. So, you know, at the time we were all pretty, you know, in shape. We
Yeah, we were
skate a
about it.
lot,
We
and
were
we were
about it.
doing MMA at the gym right down the street.
Free
So we
running
were all
constantly,
free
Ready
running.
to go.
We were
ready
you know,
to
in
go.
shape.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
So I hit
We
him
were
probably twice, and on the first or second hit, it busts his head open, and he falls on the ground, and
Full
he's-
cock or half
he's
cocked?
knocked. It was
Full cocked.
a big old cock.
Boom.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Huge cock.
like, you know, like straight up boxing stance. With a
It's all the
broken arm
same to
throwing.
me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he hit the ground, knocked out, and we were like, "Oh my god!" You know,
Yeah,
tripping
then we
the
went
fuck
in at
out.
8. And the
Yeah.
lady was like, "It wasn't y'all's fault."
It
Yeah,
wasn't
we got
y'all's fault.
compliments.
Wait, y'all
on the
stayed
way.
there? I thought y'all
Yeah.
left.
No, we went
No,
inside.
I
Oh,
said,
wait, let's get
outta
the fuck
here.
out of
And then
here.
everybody was like, Zach's like, calm down. Then we went inside, and we
Oh
just.
shit.
And then I just remember some lady was in there like, we saw it all. We know it. You
We
guys
know.
are innocent.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
knocked him out because you had to.
It's so rarely
Shout out to
happens like-
Subway employee.
Yeah, on the boulevard.
Then we
Hopkinsville.
ate.
Shout out.
I just thought of a story that could be funny, but I don't know.
Tell us it
Give us a
with
hint.
your eyes.
How white is this story? No, I'm playing. Quack, 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 quack. A season episode. How many episodes are we going to have in a season before we switch up the theme?
I don't know.
Yeah, we took care of it.
We get in trouble for.
And as long as they've decided to bring up the story, we might be
I think
back.
it's fine.
Yeah,
we
that ain't
go.
nothing sketchy.
Allegedly, this happened. one
I'd be
time.
worried about the convention.
I think we all dreamed of this, honestly.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the movie.
It was like that.
No, don't say that one.
It was like that psychic phenomenon where multiple people recall the same things.
And we all three bumped
Zach, what's that
heads.
called? Collective memory.
Oh yeah, collective unconscious.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
But so hypothetically, one day we all dreamed that we were
Hypothetically, we were
Wade had this
dreaming.
like big fucking like bug watcher, but it was really just a giant magnifying glass. But it was for bug watching apparently.
Yeah, just a sheet. It was just a big magnet.
Oh, yeah,
And
y'all
of
burn
course,
shit
us
with it.
being some
Badasses.
guys and badasses and shit, we
Yeah.
decided we're gonna try and set some stuff on fire, and we're like downtown skating and shit. And there's just this building that
I
we're skating
vaguely
at,
remember this.
and we decided to go over there and like fuck with some of this mulch just to see if it can happen. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if like
it can be
if it'll
fucked
work. And fucking we do it and like it starts smoldering a little bit and we like put it out, or so we thought. We we stomp on it, we make sure, and then we
Walk
proceed
away.
to go off and skate off downtown some more. And then
Who
it's
knows
probably
how long?
it might be like 30 minutes later. We're coming back to the car, which is parked nearby, and we see that a portion of this like flower bed has caught on fire, and we're like, "Oh fuck!" So we run to Wade's car, and luckily we always kept bottles of water on deck because he was constantly active back then. And we get all the fucking bottles of water, and we go over there, we're putting it out and shit, and fucking we keep having to run to this like spigot and shit and fill those up more and like toss it on there because it got pretty big. It was pretty crazy. And
And
we
a
ended
whole
up,
bush was burning or something.
And,
Some Moses type shit.
and as we're getting it like close to done, like some cops pull up and shit, and they're asking about it. We're like, I don't know, we just came skating up and fucking this shit was on fire. So we started trying to put it out, and you could tell they were immediately suspicious of us. But out of nowhere, this lady comes from like 2 streets down. She said, I saw the whole thing. It was on fire, and they just came up and put it out and shit. And then they just let us go after that. But
Oh, man.
it was like,
They gave us a
hypothetically,
key to the
it was
city.
all an accident. though.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, we thought that was handled.
I was thinking of this one earlier. I don't know if you were there or not, Dustin, but one time we were downtown free running. Across by Farrell's, there's that building, big ass.
No, it's you and Wade. I think Wade's
Yeah.
reference
Yeah, we were
is.
just shimmying across this pipe that's on the outside of the building, like basically above the sidewalk, like very not sketchy area.
Probably 12 feet
Just-
above the ground.
Yeah,
if
I mean,
that.
it was fun, but like nothing that somebody would look at and be like, "Hey, they're getting into some shit,"
Yeah.
like. And then
They
fucking
shouldn't be doing that.
we're going back to the car, and fucking we get ambushed by 5 or 6
Surrounded,
cops
yeah.
with their guns out. Like, get off the fucking ground, like,
Damn.
man, dude, it was wild.
Yeah,
they
the
were ready
dude
to
said,
kill us.
If y'all would have ran, I was gonna shoot you.
That's
It was
what, yeah,
Speaking
tyrants,
of,
bro.
have we
Tyrants.
told
so
the-
wild to think of that.
Have we told that story on the pod where me and Zach were over here and then like Chassie was coming home when we were leaving?
Yeah, I think we did. Remember when he said cheese it and y'all split
And
up
we-
and
yeah,
there's 2
and we
cops
ran.
in our front
And then the
yard?
cops just happened to be fucking over here. We had done it. It was so crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
I had to show my ID. Yeah, I live here.
thought we had a chase on
Wow.
our hand. That
I
shit was.
fucking forgot about that.
And he
dude.
threatened that like one of them
Yeah.
said some shit like I could have killed y'all. I thought I was gonna have to shoot somebody or something. We literally did nothing fucking wrong. We committed no crimes. They got called here because the neighbors thought some fucking randos were fucking around in the shed, and the cops were willing to shoot
That would
3
be
people who
years
were
later.
perfectly legal, hadn't established any crime, anything at all, and they could have shot us. That's how quick motherfuckers are to. It's crazy.
Fast forward
Top mentality,
2021. So many people killed by police.
They're trained to
for
see
no
us all
reason.
as fucking
Right.
criminals. They don't even see us as humans, I bet. Most of the time, whenever you're on the clock and shit.
There's been
Yeah.
some times that we've been let off the hook, but I believe most of those are only for the people we know. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not saying
I know
anybody
exactly.
specifically.
Oh,
but-
yeah. But,
I mean, one time we had some fucking rope and shit. Like, we were climbing on top of a dentist office.
Yeah.
We've done
They showed
some
up,
mischievous
you know,
shit.
We used to get on that fucking the funeral home all the time, and I think we had to use a double
Allegedly.
team.
there was this building we got on top of downtown one time. It was a bunch of us, like 7 or 8 of us. I know the whole main crew was there. And it was the one across the street from that theater where they do, like, musicals and shit downtown. And we were on top of that, and we were like climbing down, and like I feel like I had like just jumped down, and I turned around to seeing a cop like fucking walking across the parking lot. Everybody's down. He walks up to us. He's like, "We got a call that a bunch of kids are down here climbing on some buildings or something." We were like, "That might be us." Hypothetically, what would happen? He was like, "Y'all just can't be doing that, man. Y'all go and get out of here." And fucking, that was the guy with the snake tattoo. You remember the one who
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
us coming
he's-
out of the porta potty and shit with
Yeah,
that?
he's always been cool with us.
Oh,
Showed
yeah,
him
he
the
was cool as
video.
fuck.
I forgot. We did
Yeah,
that.
dude.
We were 14 people or something. In
I have that shit still on my YouTube.
Oh,
No
my
way,
goodness.
dude.
Oh my goodness.
That'll
I've
be up.
I've got a few on my YouTube, which Wade will link.
Fucking
There
Yeah,
we
there's the
yeah.
old ones of us wrestling on trampolines and shit like that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick.
Damn.
Got us boxing in Jerry's backyard where there was
That's
no
so
longer a
fucking cool.
house. Yeah.
I wish we had the technology we had and have now back in the day.
I thought you were about to say
wanna-
boxing gloves.
No,
was like,
I
wouldn't
want to
really consider this
remember shit
technology.
vividly. Like, you know, I want to see videos of that shit.
Well, there's actually like a phenomenon that scientists have figured out where in modern times people are less likely to remember moments they take pictures of because
Oh, yeah, I've read that.
their mind's less likely to like I guess imprint the memory because I guess on a subconscious or maybe even conscious level you rationalize, well, you know, I could always look at the picture or video if I need to
Yeah.
remember, so might be a good thing we don't. You know, that might fuck up some of our best
Yeah, that
memories.
is true.
You're killing our whole
Yeah.
vibe, dog. We're recording all
It's
We
shit.
can't record anymore. That's what it is.
Well, you heard it here.
Last
Sorry we got
episode.
heavy like that, folks.
So, how many episodes are we gonna have in a season, and what are we gonna do
A
for different
season?
Why is
seasons?
there gotta be see? That's what I was gonna ask.
I thought we just
Why
keep
not?
going.
That,
Why
bat-
not?
that season pass shit was a joke.
We
That's
just gonna
not
keep
what- ain't
going
nobody
once a
gotta pay
week,
for this.
dog.
Ain't nobody. Okay, well,
But when are we gonna start
tell you what.
OnlyFans and start, you know, selling
Oh,
some?
well, we already did.
Y'all just
Catch up,
the
boys.
weekly and then you have special issues.
no, but we have been talking, and we are about to come out with some
Merch.
shirts, some merchandise.
Yeah,
Some
that is
smirch.
true.
Be on the lookout for that within the next, I'm gonna say 2-3 weeks.
Couple weeks, yeah.
Because
Gotta look out.
I already got after we get the
Everybody
logo,
comment down
I'm
below
going.
which one of those 2 pictures of Zach earlier you would like to be made into a shirt.
Yeah,
All right, so here's my advertising method. So y'all gonna have to invest a little bit, right?
Oh, of
Mhm.
course.
Get these shirts made,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna need like 20 of them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna donate them to Genesis, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So guys come in. They sometimes they come straight from
Or
jail.
gals.
Guys, it's
Oh.
a male's facility,
Well,
but
well,
you
let's
know.
not let's not
um,
assume.
not- you know,
well,
yeah.
it's a men's facility. So we can assume this time.
What do you mean?
We got
Uh,
permission to assume.
Yeah, you can only assume.
what are we assuming?
Lots of things, Sean. Lots of things.
I assume.
Uh,
Never mind, never
I
mind.
assume.
So you know, we give them the shirts, and then they're wearing the shirts because they ain't got another shirt, and you know
Because
they're gonna wear it.
another shirt.
They're gonna wear it out of there,
Amen.
and then they get back on the streets, and their boys are like, "Yo,
Hell yeah.
Walking billboard.
Can,
Okay,
how, do you have to
okay.
pay stores to put your merchandise in their stores? 'Cause, like, could we walk up to
They
fucking?
get a percentage of shit, I'm sure. Yeah.
So what if we
Absolutely.
walked up to all
Or
the
actually,
gas
no,
stations?
they just buy it wholesale for less, and then they make their profit off of that, don't they? Isn't that how
Now,
it works?
most of
That's
them
what I would
you
assume.
What
would,
if we chose 2 gas stations to go
rent the
ask?
space kind of."
Okay.
Right up here.
Yeah, right up here in the corner because we talk about
Hey.
that later.
Hey, my buddy's got a vape
And then-
shop.
We'll shout him
at
out.
his vape
I
shop.
work with
Shout 'em out.
He'll
Shout out the shop.
He'll be
like, come be
all 60 of
chucking
our
clouds,
Oh, for real?
aka
Clouds.
clucking
Oh,
chowds,
yeah.
clucking
That's what's up.
chowds.
Clucking chows. You
The
heard
one
it.
right there by
Chucking
Papa
clouds.
John's?
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
used to go in there all the
Shop
time.
a
The
pond.
guys who were working there originally, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, the older
I feel
guy
like
that's-
we should ask
I
and
got the
see
job
what's up with that.
Genesis.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll trade a shout
So he
out
might-
for a shirt spot.
Yeah,
He might hook
I-
y'all up.
I would even be willing to give them
Yo, if
$50
if they
to let it
put our
sit there.
no, check this out. They could put our merchandise in there, like let us have some shirts and shit in there, and we'll just consistently shout them out every podcast.
We'll go hang out in there.
It's
every
literally
day.
costing them nothing except for letting us put a couple shirts in that bitch.
I mean, that's what
And if they wanted
Pepsi
to, one
companies
day
and
we could
shit
go
do,
there and
right?
record a pod or something while the store's fucking open.
that would be fucking
That'd be cool.
wild.
Or
if
when
they
it's
wanted that, too,
closed.
you know,
Yeah,
that'd be kind of sick.
soon as they
on
They
the
get free
candy aisle,
publicity.
dog.
Fucking people could walk in and they could feel like they were a part of something because of this official ass setup. You know,
You
like
know,
That's what I was saying about the Big Lots parking lot, dude. We should do it. So maybe not there exactly, but somewhere in town where we can just set this up,
here's my
interview
idea.
people.
So recently, I took it upon myself to go and interview that douchebag that has the Trump stand over there by Papa John's. You know,
Yeah.
with all the Trump
Okay.
shit. And that was pretty entertaining. I don't know if I've shown it to y'all, but I
No.
went and asked him some questions about, I did it in a manner where he wouldn't know my stance on that.
yeah,
And he admitted that I asked him, I was like, man, how are you able to sell these after the 6th of January? You know, like all those officers were hurt, a couple
Mhm.
died. And he was like, well, I got to make money. I was like, oh, okay. So you're just trying to cash in on, the dumbasses that still follow Trump. And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah. Like he just kind of went along with it. And I think
Yeah.
that was more out of hesitancy to like,
mm-hmm.
kind of let me know openly what he was believing in.
Yeah.
Because there's Confederate flags. There was Trump on like police flags, like, back to blue with
Yeah.
Trump on it, shit like that. So
I know what you're talking
So,
about. I saw him out
if we
there.
could set up, some sort of group interview session, go out there, on the
I was
but
wondering
apply
why he didn't
that
have
in
any like
different
rainbow
places.
flags. He didn't have any. Like,
Oh, he did, yeah, with Trump's head on fucking
Oh,
Rambo.
okay.
Yeah, oh my god,
Oh, that one is actually clown.
Anyways,
The
he was
rainbow.
a fucking idiot, man. He was scared to say what he was really doing.
Trump's
You could
head on
tell. But
Rambo.
I could see it being a very entertaining situation
Oh,
as
yeah,
a
me
group,
too.
and apply that not just there, but like random places,
Yeah.
interviewing folks.
with our
Do
shirts
you
on.
do you hate Trump so much that you can't see the comedy in some of the stuff he's done?
Oh no, it's fucking
Just do-
hilarious,
yeah.
but in like a really dark sort of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what we've come to kind of way.
I know my personal favorite thing is what they have somebody calls it the Chinese virus or
Yeah,
anything
that's
because it
fucked
came
up.
from
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
That shit is so
China.
funny, dude.
China. My favorite moment of him, and this is only because of how ridiculous and just fucking stupid it is when
course.
he had a semi truck parked in front of the White House and he got in it and pretended to drive. Y'all remember that? I got pictures of him.
No.
He was like a little kid, and he went, he pretended and he was so into it. And he was
road
so
rage and
excited
everything.
and like.
That's
Wow.
so
Oh
sick.
my
You would
God,
think
it
he
was-
would have bought one just
Yeah.
to do it. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
no,
If
but
he
he's
was worried
a little
about it.
kid.
Yeah.
He can't do it. Whereas, like a good comparison is Biden. He recently did a thing in the new Ford electric truck.
Yeah.
Where he actually drove it and was like driving like a fucking badass, like a race car driver or something.
Hell yeah,
But, like
that's sick.
Trump's version's like, he doesn't even drive. He just sits there and mimes it out. I'm like, man, I see the comedy, but fuck the outcome of that was.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people a lot when they try to talk about like, they'll ask me like if I like conspiracy theories or something because they'll equate the UFO reality to conspiracy
Yeah.
theories. Where no, this is legit. It's confirmed at the
Yeah.
highest levels of government. This is no longer,
I've
like,
always said for a
something
long
like
time
that.
the chances of there not being like some type of alien or life out
Well,
there
yeah,
are
just-
so fucking small it doesn't even make
even
sense. Like,
removed from alien life. Just these UFOs are real. I've seen them
Yeah.
most. I mean, a lot of people have, but like I tell people to be careful when they start looking into this stuff because that is just a few steps away from motherfuckers buying into QAnon and going and breaching the Capitol
Mhm.
and killing people.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope these
Yeah.
days, and there's people out there that are, prying playing on that. Like they want people to get
Yeah,
into
oh,
that
yeah.
shit, and they're using it as like a recruitment tool for crazy stuff, man.
Like who? Shout him out.
Like who?
Let's
How
clearly-
about Alex Jones? He was at the Capitol leading
yo,
supporters.
I hate
like,
that I kept letting you talk. I was literally about to be like, Zach, what are your thoughts on Alex Jones? It's
Oh,
fucking
man, he's
crazy. I've been over here for
he's
2 minutes,
insane.
like thinking of when to bring it up.
yeah, he's insane,
That's
man.
fucking nuts.
He was
I
on to
don't
some really good stuff as far as he says something about basically emotional vampires, which goes into back to the remote viewing stuff I was talking about earlier. The person who trained the remote viewers
Yeah.
and set up he coined the term out of body experience. Robert Monroe owns the Monroe Institute.
Yeah.
He says he's famous for 3 books: Journeys Out of the Body, I think Journeys Beyond, and Ultimate Journeys, where he talks about his experiences out of body, with out of body experience, astral projecting, and he taught this for years. Like, it's a huge phenomenon that's, and there's CIA papers about it proving it's legit. Well, he talks about having these experiences during astral projection with some entity that basically he would interact with, and it told him why life exists, why we exist. It's because something feeds on us. Our emotions, our love and death are the 2 highest ones. And he calls the emotion, this is what the being told him, loosh. And that's probably where Alex Jones got a lot of his stuff. It makes sense, like, as far as
Never heard of that, but that sounds
it's a
sick.
very
That sounds
it's a
interesting
very
as fuck.
disturbing theory, but it's backed up in some of
Kind of makes sense. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it would be a reason for everything.
Yeah, and it plays into, like, what I believe the universe to be is consciousness being fundamental. The physical doesn't
I
come
always
first. Consciousness came first.
Yeah.
On a grand scale, everything is consciousness. So it kind of plays into that. Like, there's still it would be the step further beyond that. Like, why is there consciousness?
Yeah.
I am conscious.
What is consciousness?
Oh,
That's a crazy one.
Are you asking me? Yeah.
Look that one up.
Consciousness is awareness that makes choices.
What's awareness?
Well, I mean, that's I don't want to describe that. I mean, that's
It
pretty
seems-
obvious.
It seems like you wouldn't
You don't have
be
to
able
answer
to
that,
be
you don't.
aware without consciousness first, though.
Sure, but I think it's kind of like
It's a
feel like- I
double-edged
feel like that's
it's
sword.
kind of like
something
a chicken or egg question.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna collapse in on
yeah.
itself.
Henceforth, that thereof.
Here's what I believe anyway. Like, going back even further than that is,
What do
I
you
think
believe?
this is a reincarnation world,
Oh,
and
would
Grant
you, sir?
Cameron puts it very well. There is no good in the world. There is no bad in the world. There's only experience. We are
XP.
more than likely all one consciousness, just partitioned
Experience in
off.
itself subjective.
Right, kind of like that. Yeah, that famous quote. I don't even know who said that, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in God. I don't believe in an omnipresent, omnipowerful being. But I think maybe if there is anything like that, we are God Himself.
I think. Well,
I
think if consciousness is reality, and like, you know what I'm saying, like the physical is manifested only after there was like consciousness and shit, then
Mhm.
like people's belief in a God could like,
Form one. That's
Yeah.
called thought
Yeah.
form. Yeah, that's another thing Monroe goes
so like
into.
that, like, I mean, like there could be a God and shit, but like it could be made after the fact, just by
Yeah,
people's belief in general.
Yeah.
Hitler.
Exactly.
What do you think about it, Wade?
I've never been a general.
If you could command
In
millions
major.
of people to go and
I would do it like
conquer
this.
a country, would you do it?
I
which
mean, it
country?
depends. Like, which country?
Do they
If
have
the country-
oil? Yes.
if the co-
You're American as fuck, man.
if it's like a country that's like still known for like slaves or like practicing some like really
About
like
North
fucking
Korea.
A
bull- yeah.
country.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm just a country just like us. I'm just like, yo.
Just no, I wouldn't conquer something just because I had the power to do it. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah,
No,
so that's
I would-
pretty much
I
the
would,
base of
Like,
what
if
I'm asking.
anything, if I would do something like that, it would be to conquer everything and then just let people be.
So what kind of king would you be?
I would conquer everything and then let people be.
Be a
So, you know,
firm but fair.
So-
You would obviously have to maintain like some sort of law and shit, but like
So you're telling me you wouldn't want people?
It would be a hard thing to do at first, so you
To-
would have to evolve into it. But you'd be free as much as you
I'll
could.
show y'all how to do it.
So you wouldn't make people grow your food for you, farm for you?
Oh yeah, they
It
would
would
have
be,
to
like it would be
because I would be worried about other things.
yeah. Well, yeah, of course. If you're a
So
king, you're
how
gonna
do
be
they
busy
know
making
that
all
you're-
kinds of decisions that
Yeah.
affect millions of fucking people. You can't
grows
be
your
growing
food now?
food.
I find it disturbing how willing y'all are
I
to,
don't have to pay for it.
entertain being a king.
What?
We're all kings, bro.
Yeah, we are. You're a king too.
Yeah. When you
I
think
mean,
about
you're
it.
not a slave.
That's pretty far. I mean,
You're a free man, bro.
Do you own anything?
When you
Do
think
you
about
pay
it,
your
all of us are
taxes?
kings in our own specific like.
That's my
universe,
kingdom
because,
right there.
Like, think of like
Yeah.
everybody else be characters
Even though I don't own my king.
oh,
or
see,
less.
that's dangerous thinking.
Pay
or
for it.
less. Well, no, like it's like in the term of like the same way you've experienced a whole day and all kinds of thoughts and shit that affects you personally.
Yeah.
Literally everybody
Everybody
else
is,
did
yeah.
that, but you don't think
Wait,
about that. And you
for
have no
real?
fucking, you have no awareness of that
Yeah.
happening, so they're not a role in your life.
See, I do a class actually on this where I talk about how we all experience main character syndrome.
Yeah.
That's just what I call it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you
And
have to. I mean,
A lot of the times we go through what I call character crafting, where we might say things or do things just to change the people's around us opinions.
oh yeah, like
and how-
to make them see us how we see ourselves
Right,
in our
being-
head. Yeah, of course.
well,
I think
not-
about
maybe
this
not
all the time.
how
I
we
just
see
never put a
ourselves,
term to it.
But how we want them to see us.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know. I of course do the class in the context that that's a negative thing. We need to be careful about
Or,
that
like-
because we're all here experiencing the same reality at the same time.
Or people doing
So-
something because they think that a person sees them a certain
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
and
right.
they do
That
to
plays
fit
into it
that
too.
role. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally think about that shit all
Yep.
the time. I'm constantly thinking about shit like that.
So I try
But
to
why?
be conscious of it because it's a bad thing.
I think it
because,
just comes
you know,
with like awareness. Like the more aware you become, the more you think about shit like that.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I didn't used to think about shit like this when I was like 15. I didn't think into
Right.
people's
You didn't
core
think.
fucking
didn't think to
personality.
Did you even
And, like,
think?
to me now, like I feel like everyone fits into like a genre, like a type of person, and then like there's so many different people that I've seen with like similar faces and shit that I like. In my mind, I feel like everybody comes from like there's like 1,000 different like basic templates,
I
and then
swear
there's
I think that all the
variations,
time.
and then there's variations of
I think
those
that all
templates.
the
But like I'll be like, this person like clearly fits in with these people that I've also seen before. So, and I'm not talking about like race or color. I'm talking about just
Yeah.
like general look, like shit
Sure,
like that.
sure, okay.
Yeah, I'll be
Sure.
in like a whole other state and I'll see somebody. I'm like, I've seen that person in my town.
Yeah, like it's just like there's a
For
like
real, though, I
yeah.
think that-
many variations of this kind of a person with slight deviations.
And that's I'd say that's a true observation, and I personally try to avoid like I don't want to be
Observing?
categorized, as, you know.
I hate
so
that.
I don't
Like,
want to
hate
be
seeing it
similar
like
to
that.
other,
But once you
know?
think like that, like
I
it's
might-
hard to
Yeah.
not those thoughts not occur to you.
As far as physical looks, yeah, there's more variation to personality, I guess. But at the same time, there's still like general,
I feel like-
blueprints, I guess.
I feel like everyone
Sure.
judges someone instantly off of general looks, and really,
Oh,
like
hey.
no one can say they don't. Like some people might like mentally go out of their way to try to not let it affect how they treat that person, but everyone
Uh-huh.
immediately judges someone based off their look.
I do a class on that too, where
Damn.
it's trippy that you mentioned those back there. Like I explain how when you judge somebody by their appearances, and the overall message here is your appearances matter.
Yeah.
The manner in which you move matters. The way you carry yourself matters,
Yeah.
because it comes down to like a basic survival instinct.
Mhm.
If you're walking down a road in the middle of the night and you see somebody wearing all black, hood pulled up, guarded gesture almost, there's going to be that part of you that's like, oh shit, I need to keep some distance.
Yeah.
So
Need to be aware. Of
it's not a
this.
bad thing to
Yeah.
judge people, but what you don't do is most of the time you don't act on those judgments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
basically the core of that. Yeah. Because I mean, fuck, that's how you get by in life, man. You look at somebody and you have to make judgments. If we didn't do that, nobody would give a fuck what they wore or looked like,
Yeah.
or
Exactly.
clean themselves up, tried to look respectful.
Did you,
Uh,
did you see that video of the dude? He was a black guy, and there was two white guys fucking bitching at him or whatever, and he's walking around with his hand in his bag, and then the white guys continue to try and get him to fight him, and then they like run up on him, and then they get shot. Like, how do you not know?
Everything about that video pisses me off, and there's so many
That
videos like it that make me mad.
Nobody was
There's
in.
so
like,
many different elements. One, like people are so quick to fucking shoot somebody these days. It's
Mhm.
fucking crazy. The world is filled with
It's
pussies
all
these
cowards,
days.
yeah.
Everybody's soft.
Fear.
They're so fucking soft. And at this point, being soft is like. It'd be like, yeah, you're a bitch. Just fight me like a man. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be alive and you're gonna be a dead man. Like that, people are backing it up with that kind of mentality. It's like you fucking coward.
Yeah.
But like, it's crazy that the black dude was so quick to shoot them, although they were fucking harassing him. Like it was definitely wrong. Cops should have been called, or he should have beat their asses. But they weren't threatening his fucking life that I can see. But like, it's just
it's a
crazy
problem
that-
on both sides.
it's crazy that they would be fucking with him like
Mhm.
that, and then it's crazy that he would just take someone's life rather than like he's so afraid he's about to get punched in the fucking head that he's gonna end someone's whole fucking existence.
Maybe he
It's
shot him in
fucking
the
crazy
knee.
to me.
Like I heard a conversation at work a while ago where people, I'm sure y'all have heard some stupid bullshit like this, like, oh, Biden wants to take away all our guns. He's
Yeah,
going to get
shit's
all our
fucking
guns. Yeah, it's
retarded.
fucking stupid. Okay, so one of the people was like, well, I actually just went and got a gun and I got a bunch of ammo. And if they come to my house and try to take it from me, they're going to have to kill me first. And that just set off like a whole chain of thinking in my head. One, okay, let's say that That's going to happen. The government's going to come and take your gun. So is your life really worth that? Is your kid's life really worth that? Or is that gun more important? Fuck it. Just give them the gun. You get to live.
I get
you know?
what they're going for because they
Or-
don't want to be
well-
like fucking slaves in some completely controlled society.
but
like, I
it's-
get not wanting that
It's
to
all
happen,
justification for a vigilante fantasy people want to live
Oh,
out.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
you've heard it
yeah,
before. Like,
1,000,000%,
oh, if
yeah.
somebody came in my house, I'd kill him. Well, it sounds like you really have this fetish of wanting to kill somebody and
Yeah.
get away with it.
Yeah, like,
I
it's
hear
just
that
like,
shit all the time.
people
man.
see these movies, these action fucking movies, and they want to live that kind of life.
Yeah.
They like envision themselves like that. And then there's people who like actually just want to protect themselves, have that shit for an emergency situation. They want a gun for that. And then you got the motherfuckers who have all kinds of bulletproof vests at their house and fucking 10,000 rounds.
They
of
want it to
fucking
happen.
They want
Yeah.
it. They want these problems. They want chaos and strife. And
But
they,
even then, man, like I would never buy a gun for self protection because
I would.
I have no interest in that because I don't
Well, I
one,
mean,
I
I
don't
have one in the
expose
house,
myself to any situations like that. And
I mean, you
if
get
they did
tossed
happen,
into some, though. Like,
well, I mean, kind of, but not really. I haven't in years. I just don't
Well, yeah,
expose
but-
myself to that. But if I did, I would give anybody whatever they wanted because that's still worth it to me to one, not
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
another person because they could always be redeemed, not through some religious bullshit,
Oh,
but through
yeah.
their own actions. I mean, I work with people that have robbed people at gunpoint, taken everything they've owned, and now they're there, saving lives, helping other people get in direction. So there's always the potential there. So I don't want to kill anybody.
But there's always
And
the
one-
potential that this same person you maybe could have killed goes out and just does it again and kills the
Well,
next
sure,
person. You know
yeah,
what I'm
but-
saying? Shit. So it's like there's always going to be like
But I would rather
justifications for one way or the other. But like you shouldn't want
wrongs don't
any
make
of
a
it
right.
to happen.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want the bad shit to happen. You shouldn't want. I hope a motherfucker tries me because I'm gonna shoot his ass. You shouldn't want that shit.
no.
But if it happens and you have to do it, then so be it. But
I think I'd still rather risk getting killed myself.
I think I'd
You know,
rather if some
'cause I don't wanna
asshole's
be that
trying to
person.
rob me, I'd much rather him die and me not die and fucking Pierce not have a dad and shit
Well,
over
sure.
some dickhead trying to
But
rob me.
If somebody tries to rob me, I'm just going to give them whatever they
Well,
want.
yeah, I
Because
wouldn't
at the
give
end
a
of the
fuck.
day, it's just fucking,
Well,
Yeah, but think about
That's
how
not
many
always
people,
going to turn out good, though. I watched
think
a
about how
video
many
last
people have
night.
done that and still been
Yeah.
shot.
I watched a video last
Yeah,
night. Cat,
I wouldn't say a whole
a
lot.
guy at a
but-
guy at a gas station robbed at gunpoint, gave him all the money and shit, and then he was asking him to open something else. He was like, "I already gave you all the money." Then boom, shot.
The
him
guy
dead.
done
Didn't say anything else, just
adrenaline
boom.
going through his body,
But-
not thinking right, and then fuck, this guy
Well,
dies.
yeah, but I would say if anything, that's the outlier. Most of them are probably going to go once they get what they want.
Yeah, but the outliers still matter.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. I mean,
And then I would prefer to weed out the people robbing people than the people.
Well,
being
yeah,
robbed.
yeah.
We don't
But
do weed on this podcast.
at the end of the day, I'm just not that scared of other people. you
Oh,
know?
me
So
neither.
that's
I definitely don't walk
that's what I
around
don't get.
fucking fearing a motherfucker.
the
or
carrying
anything.
around a gun everywhere you go or open carry. I saw two guys at
I-
fucking the gas station open carrying. One of them had him in one of those cargo pants, like with pockets way down their
Mm-hmm.
waist. The pistol was just flapping around, man, and I'm
The
like,
people
you're that
who
fucking
go
scared
out
of
their
other
way
people.
to have their guns seen and like clearly
they're
want you to see it.
cowards.
And shit. That shit is fucking stupid to me. If you got a gun for self protection, fine. Why do you need to flash the motherfucker?
I carry a
Nobody
gun.
needs to know.
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
do you
It's
know I
all
carry a
that
gun?
fucking.
You didn't know.
You're scared?
I don't. You don't know that I do, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Now
fine.
I do. So you just destroyed that whole purpose.
I was just saying you didn't know.
I mean,
just in case.
Yeah.
See, he,
I was saying
I
I'm
just-
not one of those
he just
people.
experienced that thing
Oh.
that we were talking about. He had to let you know that he has the gun.
yeah, he just yeah.
That was an example
You
of
weren't
what
one of
we
them
were talking
people,
about.
but now you know. Now you are.
I was. Yeah. I guess I should. Okay. If I
Damn.
hadn't have said anything, it would have been.
Yeah.
I would have still had respect for you.
don't
Dude,
do
last
that.
night,
No.
whenever show, it's like, damn, I was just about to play, and I waited all day for this, and then I spilled it. It was so fun. You could see what was happening.
Yeah, you can see it,
For real
man,
though, dude.
and hear it.
I sat down. I load one. I sit down. He shows up. That's what fucked my whole shit up. I thought it was Anna, so like I was trying to be quick and get off, and then I realized it was him. So
Get
I was like,
off.
all right, I'm about to stay in the zone. Anyways, I go back to playing, and I put my hand down. Boom! All I hear is ding, 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 ding. It like fucking ringing on the floor. I look down. Boom!
You gonna scrape
Pick it up. It was all gone. No, it was in dog hair, brothers. It was right beside Ozzy's
Hey.
cage, and Ozzy sheds like a son of a bitch. So it's just
He's got a shade.
outlined with.
This man messaged
Fur.
the chat. He was like, well, damn. I waited all day to do this, and then when I was finally about to do it, it spilled. Dang, or some shit. Like,
You
that's
hate
how-
to see
that's-
it.
Oh, it's like,
That's
you
how
really hate
obvious
to
that
see
shit
it.
Yeah, that's
is.
you
It's
hate
so
to hear it
funny.
and see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see it and hear it, don't you? You hate
I feel like
to
we
speak
got
of
off
it.
to kind of a slow start, but I think we had a lot of interesting conversation with
How
this.
long would y'all think
I think
it
we
was?
mixed it up.
It's
I
been
would say
about
at
2
least
hours.
an hour and a half, at least.
It's been 2
2:03.
hours.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's what's
One
up.
of
So
the
got
longest
it flowing.
ones.
I
It's a
like how we
record.
are getting.
You're wearing a
into it.
watch, Sean.
I'm wearing a wire.
A watch.
Damn, how do you know?
Oh. It's right next to your
No,
gun.
I know what time it is. 8:03.
Nice
but
distraction from.
I know what time it is.
Nice
Let me check the
distraction from
time.
your wires, Zach.
we did start at 6 o'clock. I remember that now. But yeah.
6 o'clock.
Would have started at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what
We
happened?
could have been a little more awake for this, but we keep having to tiptoe around time frames.
Yeah, what really happened, dog?
No, I don't carry a gun all the time. I have a gun though.
He's
Okay.
he's
been thinking about
We all got a gun, dog.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Double
I
that guy.
I
There's
thought it
two
would be funny.
examples.
I thought it would be funny if I was proud enough again.
Well, if you
It
really
was.
planned,
You got it.
that joke out, then that was good and funny.
If he didn't plan the joke out, it's
Then
even
it's
funnier
still
because
even
he was
funnier.
thinking, yeah, right. It was just on his mind.
That's him. That's his personality.
You know what?
great.
I actually do have my gun. Just kidding.
No, he didn't call you a job, Turkey.
No, he called you a cocksucker.
He called you, yeah. Well, it was a good fucking episode.
Yeah, I think that
episode
was a
10.
good one. I
I'm glad
definitely
we
want
had
you back
on.
for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe episode 100.
Of course.
Yeah.
Give us a 90 more. Give us some time.
I'm always ready.
You gave us
Give us
For
a
insight.
real
break.
though, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I
You
like
gave
the
us
vibe you
insight
bring
for
to
our
the table.
boy.
Plus,
So
you
now our
look
boy
you're fun to
knows.
look at. Got long hair.
Your hair is long as fuck now. I
Now
would've
instead of
thought-
Thank you.
Instead of me being the minority hair wise in this, we're equals.
Oh, yeah.
What do you plan to do with it?
Equals. You're right. Yeah. Equals.
When
How come
you
you're
cut
not-
it, what are you going to do with
How
it?
come you're not doing this?
Do with what?
Growing the
Just
hair
grow
out.
that out.
I mean, see, I got to balance the whole,
You can't have too much. Up
well,
here and
like
back here.
I'm in a position where I gotta look like respectful, and I don't
Business
want to
in
go
the
through
front.
that middle phase of where it's just sticking all up over the place.
Okay,
You
so
know,
like that.
Why don't you skip it?
skip it. I don't. That's hard to do.
For
Dustin's
you,
at
baby.
his final phase, and his
Yeah.
shit's still all over the place.
Yeah, it still looks like shit.
That's
The
his
beard
final
is
form.
I mean, it works.
I don't like
you
this.
know.
If it was all just a little thicker and this shit would grow, this shit won't grow any longer. This is the only thing that keeps growing. It seems like.
Dustin's got
I know
that
my shit
beard
there goes
that
faster.
just looks worse the closer you get to
Yeah.
him.
From far away, and in
you're
certain
like,
pictures, that motherfucker
Social
has that
distancing did you justice, didn't it?
Yeah, hook me up.
In this
Yo,
camera, we shouldn't have.
I'm gonna
upgraded.
send a picture. You think your cousin would be mad if we put a picture of him and I mentioned how thrilled he was at Pierce's party?
Let me ask him about
How
it.
what?
I'm gonna go ahead and mention it. We can clip this if need be.
Clip it.
Should we go ahead and end season 10 episode 10 just in
See,
case?
he is
He's
just.
really stuck on it. He ain't gonna let it go.
All right. Anyways,
Tune in next week for season 2, I
so
guess.
we was at my buddy Pierce's, aka my buddy's son's Pierce, his birthday party.
Yeah,
we was
birthday
at
party
his
for
birthday
my son.
Yeah. So we was there.
Oh, okay.
It was like, it was Pierce's party, but also the grown-ups could come. So anyways, his cousin was there. I'm not gonna say his name, but his cousin was there, and he was drinking it first. And by the end of it, he was real drunk. By the end of the night, I could like look at him. He'd be like, "Why are you looking at me? What you saying?"
But not like aggressively,
Yeah.
like, oh, you looking at me because I'm
Yeah.
drunk, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
He thought I was like just calling him out with my eyes or
Judging
something.
him. Or
But,
that's my boy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was thrilled.
the drink just snuck up on him. He don't typically get fucked up at children's functions.
And if he doesn't care, if he doesn't care, I have a funny ass picture inserted here
yeah, I'm gonna ask him
that I
about it.
just snapped when I realized that he was just fucking.
If he does care though, just picture
Yeah.
me looking really fucked up because do we look
Check.
very similar?
Yeah, go back to episode 1.
Just look at Dustin.
We'll just remake that picture with Dustin.
Check.
Yeah.
This isn't like some
But-
Wait,
bullshit.
do
It's
it.
actually just super relaxed.
Actually, we are going to insert a picture
You
here.
look like that the whole
Tell us
time,
if you
bro.
think this is Dustin or someone else, because it looks just like Dustin. But
Yeah.
is it?
Crazy. I got sent
Feel
a
like you just
picture
gave it away.
out of nowhere by this person's girlfriend, and I thought it was a fucking picture of me. It was like from behind, like, well, really like a side porch. I was like, when the fuck did she take this? I had to like genuinely like open it up and zoom in on it to tell that it wasn't me.
When you saw that nappy beard, you knew.
Yeah.
No.
This
He
That
knew
is-
really
it was
cleared
him.
it up.
yeah.
He knew it was him.
Yeah, I knew then I was looking at a picture of Sean.
But hell yeah, this was a good episode. A great episode. We talked about a couple things. You know, we cleared up a couple things. We helped a couple people out.
It was cool. We're gonna pass on your
Yeah.
advice to Richard and AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you made it pretty clear, but now the audience, didn't know. I mean, now they fucking know.
That's an Easter egg for anybody who ever read.
Yeah. Whenever Wade brought that up, it was so controversial whether or not we were gonna say it or not.
As soon as he said, I said, "Say it." I said, "That's
I mean,
gonna be funny."
it is pretty funny. Yeah, I mean,
I shouldn't have told y'all.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
I don't think Wade read it earlier. I was like, "Don't you have a question?"
Yeah, then he said
I
something
knew where that
else.
was gonna go. I had sensed it in the fucking air.
It did get a little hot in here.
Yeah, it did.
What is sensed it? Is that like like you smelled something in the past?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, like before. It lingered.
You keep
Yo,
talking
what are
like
you
that,
doing
I'm
in
gonna
my
have to take
truck,
you back
man?
on that. Fucked
Speak
up.
of the devil.
You goofy bitch.
You're goofy, bitch.
All right, then, guys. We appreciate you
All right,
watching.
yeah,
Tune in
yeah,
next
we'll
week.
go
We
to
love
it
you.
Next
Look at
week.
this.
See you later.
See you. Bye.